being said. Relaxing, chill, interactive, fun.
Finished everything from the week. Let's get to some Darziak fun, all right? So, I think we should start this with a who is Darziak? What is a Darziak? So, I'm going to start it with this. So, Darziak was someone that seemed to be a normal chatter in DSP's chat for a while. No one thought anything about it, all right? No one thought anything. It was just a normal Darziak. There's a person in chat. Well, there was some thought around 2024 that Darziak was helping DSP from some messages that would happen in chat, all right? It kind of just seemed like it was someone that was helping DSP. Well, all of those questions, let's say, were confirmed during December of 2024 when this happened. This was, DSP was trying to get his OBS set up correctly, and while going through the pages, he showed a connected account of Darziak. At this point, everyone knew, okay, Darziak is the guy that is helping DSP with so much. This was leaked from DSP himself, okay? Now, because the internet is the internet, and now Darziak's confirmed to working with DSP, that led to people obviously putting that good old Darziak name into Google and finding some stuff. Shroom Dukum, would you want to explain about some of that stuff that was found? The one thing in particular? Well, he might have got a nickname.
He's going to be right back. You just messaged me.
Oh, okay. So, Meerkat, could you maybe explain what we learned about Darziak during this time?
What did we learn? Well, essentially, everything that you've ever seen happen on a DSP stream, every single animation, every layout, every upgrade to the business, Darziak was involved in, either personally making them, recommending them, sending him links on how to fix them, set them up, anything. On pretty much any channel you can actually even think of. DSP Throwback, all Darziak's initiative. DSP Reacts, Darziak is deeply involved. I would even go as far as to say that DSP Gaming has more involvement in it by Darziak than by fucking DarksydePhil. DSP, the DMs make DSP seem like an employee in his own business.
So in this case, I was speaking specifically, but all that was true what DSP, what Meerkat just said. But Darziak we learned at this moment in time that Darziak had a dragon fetish, is what we like to say at this point. That was learned. Yeah.
Anyways,
yes. Then we knew that that the Darziak getting really harassed in the chat, as you might expect, right? Everything Darziak was in chat, people making fun of Darziak. Okay, that was kind of the first thing. Darziak kind of like, well, I'm getting harassed because I'm helping you because you've him leaking it. Well, then we got it was also leaked from this. This was in December 4th of 2025. We learned Darziak's real name and how.
You have to apply for it on
this
YouTube.
Is how.
Let me look. Someone had sent me a link for it, and I hadn't actually had a chance to look at it yet.
Okay, someone. Let's see. This is DSP showing this on his own stream, by the way.
Let's see.
Okay. So he's talking to Duncan, and as you can see, all of Duncan's handiwork is being shown on DSP's own stream. This is also where he talks about a hand cart here, even though he would deny in this very stream that he doesn't have a hand cart. It says hand cart in there. Now we know Duncan's real name. It's Duncan. This is all the stuff. He talks about hand cart in here, by the way. So that's kind of what happened. Then, Darziak appeared to have left DSP around the time of the snakening. Okay, the snakening was kind of Darziak's first off-ramp. And when I say off-ramp, I mean he kind of stopped doing stuff for DSP as much, but you still could see Darziak every once in a while being in the chat and things like this, all right? Then we have this. So Darziak finally, starting this week, posted Twitter DMs, and then the very next day he posted the Discord DMs. And you might ask, why did he do it now? Well, this is why.
Actually having an editor who knows what they're doing a good job putting out highlights and, different kinds of videos for me. I'm not putting up with it anymore. I'm not.
So as you can see there, DSP just shit-talked Darziak's editing prowess and putting up shorts there. And that was enough for Darziak. Darziak didn't want to be talked down to. When you're going to see how much work that Darziak was putting in, I don't think Darziak liked being talked to like that, and that's what led to Darziak releasing everything for us to read. Okay? So, do you think that's enough backstory of Darziak? Did anything else, Meerkat? We good? I think we know about Darziak
I think
now.
that's it, yeah.
Okay.
There was that one time where he went into PWR chat under the DSP gaming accounts. I remember that.
Yes, there was some time where Darziak would be a little bit rogue. Darziak has confirmed that he's the guy that privated that video. When we were doing That Being Said, and we were doing the scent. Remember, we were looking at the candles, and one video went private while we were streaming it. He did admit to that being him. So that was him. And he would DSP Gaming would show up on WPIG streams a few days there, and it was Darziak under DSP's account. Really, I mean, I don't know what else he could have done, but Darziak could have done more with the power he had before he lost his power, right? But anyway,
for a while,
yes.
For at least like probably 6 months, he was, I guess I would call it soft snaking DSP, where he would imply that he's turned rogue, but not actually do it. And in the, I thought the Twitter leaks were going to be the same thing, because there's a bunch of nothing bullshit in there.
Yes.
And I thought that's him like thinking, okay, I'm going to give the detractors something worthwhile. But I have to say, even though I don't like Darziak, I think he's the most castrated cuck in probably like a top 5 lamest dents that have ever existed. This was very entertaining to read. And a lot of it was very funny. And we're going to go through a bunch of those messages. We have a massive list.
Yes.
And also the entire list that we have, which is essentially curated highlights, I'm going to post like a paste bin of all of them. So you can go on the Snort Exchange and find everything that essentially I thought was entertaining or worthwhile.
Yep. All right. So we're going to start with the timeline here. The first message that Darziak ever sent to DSP Gaming was in 2014, all right? And this was about Dragon Age Inquisition. This is all tips about how to play a game, okay? And this starts, all of this, DSP doesn't answer, so 2014, 2017, 2017, 2018, no answer at all from DSP, just fan messaging DSP, not getting any response, okay? But
which also you'll see that to be a trend even after they start talking. There's so many times he leaves him on red.
Yes. So DSP then would finally respond in 2021. All right, so a full 7 years of working, and he finally got a response from DSP. The message then turns to health. So DSP says, kind of out of nowhere, right? His first words were LOL, and then he says this: "Hey man, are you okay? I'm seriously worried about you now." And Darziak redacts this because it's health related, and we do say that we can say Darziak was in the hospital for a long time with something. All right, that's all. It's all that's pertinent to this. But DSP noticed that he wasn't in his chat for a long time, sent this message: "I'm so sorry to hear about this. I hope you get better. Blah, blah, blah. DSP, dude, I've got your back." Okay? I noticed right away you're
this
only...
feels yucky.
I noticed right away you're only away for a few days at a time at most. And then when you weren't around for the premiere of Batman, I really knew something was up. I really, really hope you get the help you need.
You love that guy.
You are sorely missed. So what I said here is, like, DSP has not received anything from Darziak at this point in terms of donations. DSP is sending this level of message to someone he noticed wasn't in chat for a few days. Can you imagine the messages that whales get? Right? Can you imagine?
Yeah. I heard you mention that, and I'm just like, some of these people, and it's gonna push people away too.
It's
getting
like,
bugged by a guy.
Or with DSP's particular type of audience is going to bring them in even closer.
Yes, that's what I think.
And this is like prime example of this, because this Darziak is the specific fan that DSP wants. This is the DSP target demographic right here.
Yep, it's amazing. DSP says, well, you have private in the USA. It's still shit. Whatever, talk about. Also, DSP says, I never even saw a doctor for my ear infections. I just gave up and stopped wearing headphones. That has been... So he says he didn't go to the doctor. And I did check in on this because I know there was talk of that being a lie. But it turns out DSP at that time just did telehealth. That's it. He did go to a doctor at the time, but it was online. Okay. So anyways, just talk about health. Nothing much here. Then we get to when DSP says, which is very funny. I'll read this. I'm pretty much good to go, and it's redacted. My idea for this is that he's talking about bouts of depression. So, shit, I know how bad they are. He's talking about bouts of depression here. I had one so bad I almost drove off the highway and killed myself when I first realized how bad my back injury was. I get them very rarely now, but I know how awful they are. Okay, so DSP almost killed himself.
My pick was panic attack.
Yeah, I was going to say panic attack.
Oh, could be panic attack too. That's right too. That would make sense too. We don't know, but that does make sense. You guys are right. Here's a little episode, phoning it in number 9, if you can believe it, guys. This is linked from Darziak and says, whoa. So from keeping an ear to the ground, it seems Evil AJ is actually doing copyright takedowns of any video that is a clone of his, just so you can't see it. Flying monkey extraordinaire. DSP says, it's all good. I got this guy. He's about to get destroyed and shut down on the podcast today.
Shut him down.
Hell yeah.
What's
next
going to be
up,
by
fun
the way,
to do for a while is what's going to be fun to do for a while is look at these DMs and then go to the date and then watch that podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, apparently, someone's saying everyone apparently was everything that he said. Like, apparently, people are telling me it's all Darziak. All those times when he says people are saying this, it's Darziak. So here's another thing.
He was we use this term a lot, flying monkey.
Yes, so he's the flying dragon.
These are the people that are essentially, the flying dragon. This was the #1 flying dragon for DSP. This dude, he gave him the scoop on literally everything anybody was talking about at any point. And the sad thing is, most of the time, DSP didn't even fucking acknowledge those.
Yep.
He just ghosted him.
Anyways, could you get back to this? Darziak suggests, instead of the side scrollers interview, Darziak suggests That Being Said podcast is where he should do the interview. So there we go. We didn't get
based.
We had Darziak's endorsement, but we didn't get it.
What do you think that alternate timeline looks like?
I don't know. That's a fun thought experiment. Make it make sense.
You guys are probably paying for a Restream license in the future.
Yeah.
I can do it. Make it make sense. What else we do?
But you see, he can offer insight to each member. So he's going to give him he's going to be what ALT was to Stuttering Craig, essentially.
Yeah, what's my insight? I want to know the insight to each member. Okay. Yeah. But DSP does talk about us and says, yeah, those guys are like a ton of others. They make fun of me regularly, but I wouldn't really get any benefit from being on that show because I'm looking for exposure to get my side out. And they really don't have it. I have about 12 podcasts like that so far. Not out of the question, but if I'm going to do an interview, it has to have reach. And Darziak sticks up for us again and says, I only brought it up because they are more tame compared to the other channels I've seen. All right, we're more tame.
They're good
guys.
Boys.
Yeah, we're nice. We're like, yes,
okay.
Be
more unhinged.
Listen,
kill
once
him.
again, I heard from Review Tech USA that you guys are right-wing fascists.
Oh, well.
I heard that too. That's when I found out.
DSP then says they do exist. They are harder to find now, but still up and running in a totally new place from what people tell. Oh, I don't know what he's talking about there. See, there's some times in this where I get weirded out about what might be taken down, right? So look at this.
Yes.
He's talking about us, and then all of a sudden they do exist, but they're harder to find now, but still up and running in a totally new place from what people tell me. What does that mean? What are you talking about? But anyways, let's go down to, we are featured again. Darziak helping with a lot of stuff. We're obviously just going to do the highlights here. So Darziak brings up again with episode 32 and says, just saw this and what I suspected was true. Some of the intros and outros from early last year was all just for sneak dissing. So if someone does an Oblivion intro for you, just be sure to keep an eye out for sneak dissing. So it took, I want to make sure you understand this. DSP needed the self-proclaimed autistic Darziak to tell him that the intros included sneak disses. Okay?
The obvious troll intros, by the way. Obviously trolling.
The Dayglow Skyrim, 5 minutes long. Maybe have an accidental ban, a Jasper ban, all this shit. And he's needed Darziak to tell him that was the case. It's really wild. DSP then says, yeah, this is honestly why I stopped using him, okay? This is why I stopped using him. Yeah, right. Now he's not going to do it. Anyways, Darziak is helping everything, and now Darziak is now in charge of the shorts, okay? This happened in 2022 into early 2023. He is now doing the shorts, and I want to be clear, no talk of money at all to this point. Zero talk of money has happened at all. All right, that will change, but right now, there's no talk of money. Next up, DSP says, I'm going to change the way I do Warzone moving forward. And why is he bringing this up? That's because Darziak said, here, got to be honest, you really don't sound good here. I feel you let your anger get the better of you because you've turned bounties from a fun thing into pay me or you're banned. Darziak has begun sharing some feedback in terms of DSP's begging at this point. All right. And then DSP says, yeah, I'm going to change the way I do Warzone moving forward as the trolls are going to keep fucking with me and trying to make it something it's not meant to be. Even though it was meant to be like that. We just called out that it was against TOS, to be clear.
Yep.
DSP said, I edited the video to cut off the end part after I got 4th place so they can't falsely mass report something that isn't in the video. To be clear, this would be the opposite of a false mass report because it would be a true mass report because it would be asking for bounties, which was against TOS. So that would not be a false mass report, unfortunately, for DSP. But anyways, I'm sure that made sense in his mind. It would be a real mass report. So he did cut that out because he knew the bounty sounded bad. All right. Moving forward in time massively here. We would be here all day if we show everything, but they are there and they're all in the Snort Exchange if you want to read these. I'm reading all of them on my channel. We got halfway through yesterday and I'll probably read the rest tomorrow. Tonight, if you want to be there tonight. DSP says, here are the 2 fall shorts. So again, there's a lot of talk of just shorts. Shorts are interesting. DSP says in this one here, I pretty much made up the fact that there are multiple people doing stuff to make sure nobody ever thinks it's you. Last thing I'd want is for you to get harassed for helping me out so much. That's what DSP says. All right, that's when he made
the team of editors.
The team of editors. Turns out the team was a single man, Darziak himself.
Well, that and I went back after all this came out. What I jumped to straight away, which I know we'll get to, was the week he took off. We know we're never going to find out why. I wanted to see that return stream, so I went back and watched that, and that was the same stream. He said, I have people now monitoring things. Who's restreaming, who's doing what for how long. That was another one where he made it seem like he had like a whole team of people. And in reality, I don't even think that was even Darziak. I think he just said that, like he just said there, where he's like, I just make stuff up.
I mean,
that was a bluff. Entirely 1,000,000%. That was a bluff. Nobody's monitoring nothing, and he's not ever going to sue anybody for no reason.
Darziak now, what do they call it? The scales of Darziak are far and reaching because Darziak is the one that might have made sure the side scroller's interview happened, if you can believe it. Darziak says, if you want me, I could email Craig and offer to give my view, since I feel it's unfair that there's a huge amount of all these people contacting you about him and saying all these bad things. So this, Darziak is saying, I'll give you some stuff about Craig. This has been confirmed. Remember, Craig said no one reached out to him from DSP's side. No one. So Darziak did not do this, but he did offer it, okay? He did offer it. Next up, we do say 442. We have, I'm going to be honest with you, asking people if they could tip you instead of other options doesn't sit well with me. I understand from your point of view, but the problem is no matter how you say it, from a viewer's perspective, it's coming across as telling your viewers how they should donate to you. This is Darziak's thing in 2023. 2023. All right.
Do you think he felt more comfortable saying things like this too after he had started doing quote unquote work for DSP, like doing those shorts?
Yes.
He's like, yeah, now it's time for me to give you a piece of my mind.
Darziak has finally turned into a bit of a producer already at this point. He's telling DSP some things to do, some things to talk about. Yeah. You know,
I kept calling him creative director because everything down to the colors and the the layouts, all of it was driven by him.
This is when Keemstar was talking with DSP. Remember the go fuck yourself, you're still on level 1 thing. I don't care about Keem. I'm going to 100% ignore him. He's still trying to get me to talk with him, and I refuse. He can talk to whoever he wants. I've already addressed my past, and it will change nothing. I'm going to ignore Keem.
Stop watching Keemstar.
Next up, I'll upload the perfume short, emoji to thumbnails. This is let's see. Okay, let's go to the right here. How about the Snorlax King? Remember him? Thanks again. Oh, I love this. Happy birthday while you were off. Happy birthday, man. DSP says, thanks. 90% work anyway today. So, I was saying, the stories he says on screen are still the stories he tells in these offline DMs to his slaves. Because I was working all day today. I'm not off. What are you, nuts? I have no free time. Same shit to the unpaid interns at this point.
No, but that's the thing. He really believes that he's putting in all this effort. Yeah. When 10 times more effort has been put by Darziak to guide him into putting this effort. This is, I've never seen, and this gets verified over and over and over again in all these messages. I've never seen somebody more incompetent and more helpless than DarksydePhil. This dude, if you put his brain in a fish, it would drown. That's how fucking stupid he is.
Next up, he says he also sent me 5K in fake tips that got charged back. This is not Snorlax though, Meerkat, because Snorlax was $300 that he confirmed. Oh, so this is someone else, but I'm not sure who this could be. But 5K in fake tips, and they all got charged back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, supposedly the context may have been redacted on this one because they're just messages out of context here.
We don't know who that was, but it was not Snorlax, but who knows who it was. But remember, he doesn't lose those. Ross Pirelli has a theory, I want to say. That was King Tut was many years earlier. That couldn't be King Tut. Ross Pirelli says, someone mentioned and made me think, DSP told Darziak to release DMs to bring fresh eyes to his channel. I would not doubt that. I hate Phil, by the way. Nah, that's too forward thinking, and I think DSP would not do this. Yeah,
I thought that at first when I saw the Twitter ones, because I was like, these are so fucking boring, and they're not even the Discord ones where more stuff has happened over the years. So even initially, I was like, this could have been a plan. This could have been an op. DSP's desperate, and then I was like, now I feel crazy thinking that. And then, especially after the Discord stuff, none of this makes DSP look good.
No, it really doesn't. Okay, King Tut was memberships too, right? I believe. But anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was on all the way back on Twitch.
A long time ago. Tevin Bernstein says Darziak is less cucked and more normal than Phil. Tony T says
no, minus 5 million% on this. So this, if anything, all these messages show Darziak as infinitely more cucked and parasocial than DSP. Because even DSP at some point was like, okay, I'm going to stop responding to you because you keep messaging me stuff that have nothing to do with what I'm using you for. And he would just talk to him about business stuff.
It's very sad almost. Let me give an example. I'm trying to find one here. There's this rant, Darziak would try to bring this into kind of a friend zone place where hey, did you see this? Hey man, did you see this? Hey man, did you see this? And DSP would rarely respond and would just say hey man, I got a short idea. And I'm trying to give you a good one here.
I saw one up there earlier. Look. I saw that exact thing where Darziak is telling him something. I saw it a lot with where he's telling him there's one later on where he's like, hey, you're chewing on your finger. It's not really, you shouldn't let people see you do that. And then DSP doesn't respond. And then later on, Darziak is like, hey, you leave me on red a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
definitely
my
see your
favorite
messages.
part.
We're getting there. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, so 683. Let's get to the next one here. There was some. I've been hit with 2 blatantly false copyright strikes. DSP gave me, likely more are coming. So it looks like everything we've worked for is going to be erased thanks to the broken system.
We've worked for.
We are working towards this. Please. Now, I haven't talked about money yet. Well, how about this? Darziak says, enjoy your day off. Sent you a present through PayPal. So
Wait, that's not how it. Wait, I thought you wanted. Wait, I thought you meant he was going to get money. Darziak.
Then he says, dude, you did not have to do that, and I feel bad. You already do so much for me, completely for free, and you're the last person who should be sending me money. Not too long ago, I was buying you a membership because things were so tight for you. I'm not sure I should keep this. So yeah, he did buy a membership for him for $10. He sent the princely sum of $10 to Darziak, and you'd think it's just to be nice, but no, it's because he had to be a member to download the DSP versus the internet videos. That's the only reason he sent that $10. Okay, just want to be clear and get the facts out there. All right, and I'm going to show this one because it's an example of how this pity farming works with DSP fans. Okay, so DSP first starts with shitty personal stuff that hopefully isn't as bad as it could potentially be. Oh, here, I'll do this. Thanks. Shitty personal stuff that hopefully isn't as bad as it could potentially be. And I know stuff is being forgotten, like the short you made, which I've now forgotten to upload 3 days in a row. I'm really sorry about that. And then Darziak picks up on it and then says, okay, no need to apologize. And what happens? Hey, sent you a present through PayPal.
Yes, happy birthday.
That's how manipulation works, my friends. Okay, so there we go. Again, this is all shit. And this is, again, Flying Dragon system here. So Flying Dragon in action. They're talking about you on Keepstar and Dragon talking about you. All this shit, whatever. Next, he's talking about Keemstar. Keemstar has got an interview with family and friends. Detractors were dead set on giving Keem info about your ex and Kat's sister. DSP responds, I don't care at all. I literally have nothing to fear. I've done nothing in my past that I haven't already spoken on and apologized for if it was something misguided or messed up. I have no relatives who I have even talked to in a decade outside of my parents.
Oh, that's who I want to hear from. Why don't you talk to him anymore? What do you think of him? What do you think of the family?
People know the full story of John Howard already, and there's nobody else of significance. It's just his usual
sad,
bullshit, and I couldn't care less. LOL.
Isn't that funny? You're like, yeah, oh, dude, yeah, he's gonna interview friends and family. Good luck. I have no friends or family.
Yeah,
yes.
Jokes
Eat
on
it.
you,
Eat
jokes
it,
on you,
trolls.
fucker. I have no family. Oh, cool,
Who's gonna
man.
talk to my fucking cat?
Cool flex there, man. Really cool life that everyone is definitely jealous of. That's my favorite. When you have no family, haven't talked to family in 10 years. Cool, dude. All right, next, someone says, Review Tech USA is starting a dangerous path. He's using an AI with your voice to say stupid things.
Yep.
DSP says, I don't care. If anything happens, I'll sue him, and he won't be happy. Just because...
He's still doing that to this day, by the way.
Yeah.
You can make
Well-
DSP say a lot of shit for $2.
If anything happens, I'll sue him, and he won't be happy. Just because I haven't done anything to this point doesn't mean defamation slander is legal. He'll get fucked in court if it comes to it.
Oh, I wish, man.
Ooh. Oh, my God. Darziak says, another bit of criticism here, I'm going to be honest with you. Why turn into a petulant child over the whole lightning thing? You're just hurting your fans who want to see you play this and turning them away. It was really painful for me to watch this after hearing that. Okay.
Now,
Darziak?
that's funny
Yeah,
that
please.
the petulant child thing is in there because I swear to God, I just heard DSP say that like 2 days ago. And I'm like, who picked it up from who at this point?
That's exactly what I'm going to do. but I'm really worried that people will stop showing up for it. Zelda's a great game, but I'm having a very rough time justifying it being as long as it is. There are far too many games releasing that are just overly long. The more I play it, I think Zelda The Tears of the Kingdom would have been better if it was half as long. There's a lot of bloat to the open world that doesn't seem necessary unless you are purposely looking for a time waster game. And it's not just Zelda. It seems to be an ongoing thing with RPGs in general. All the famous RPG Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, by the way. There used to be quality over quantity. Now it's just sheer non-stop quantity. If half the stuff in a game is skippable, that's likely an issue for me. You think he's done?
He just like ignored what he said and gave him like a fucking pre-stream.
Just
He
said
gave
other
him
shit.
the Hulk Hogan.
And you think I'm done at all with this? The lightning thing is hilarious. I should be able to joke and criticize whatever I want in a game. No one said you can't criticize whatever you want in a game. They said don't turn into a petulant child. He's just forgetting that part.
And he even linked him to a timestamp of his crash out, just so he's very thorough with the criticism.
And DSP then says, I have completely stopped paying attention to what people outside my streams have been saying and doing, and had significantly stopped drama from happening. Darziak's trying to bring up something you did in the gameplay you're doing right now, sir. Jesus. These people are just talking amongst themselves, making shit content, and that's all how it's going to stay. I'll talk about this a bit on today's podcast as well. Darziak says, I'm not going by what others are saying on this topic. I'm basing it on how I felt watching your Zelda video earlier today. And my point is, will I even get there? Why is this game designed to be such a dragged-out experience if I'm the only thing you'll be playing for months? I don't like how every game is doing this. It's not just Zelda. Every RPG expects you to give it its undivided attention, and that's an issue. A game wants you to be engaged in the game. And then anyways. This is so good. As for pleasing all... He's talking about Tears of the Kingdom, by the way, guys, just so you know. As for pleasing all the fans, I don't know how to do that, especially when I'm torn in so many directions I can't focus. I'd forgotten what a cooking pot looked like and had to run around town for 15 minutes to find out last night. There's so much going on in a short period of time, and I'm really getting tired of it. We had 3 months of nothing, then everything all at once, and I can't juggle it all. So he's talking about like inside of Tears of the Kingdom. He doesn't know what a cooking pot looked like.
I remember that because they look exactly... They look like what you would think, and they look exactly like they did in the first one.
By the way, a quick side note. I noticed that most of these messages from DSP look like they've been typed out on a keyboard instead of a phone. Because a phone would capitalize stuff and would correct stuff, and all that was like a mess. So I imagine him sitting on his laptop, like tappy paragraphs to Darziak. That's why he stays in the office overtime so much.
Bingo. The DSP was playing Street Fighter, and remember when DSP was doing that thing where he'd show the wins and losses? Well, do you wonder who was counting those wins and losses? It was Darziak. Darziak was saying, more wins than losses. I have to say, you're so negative at the end of the round. Even when you win, you're sighing or complaining. Like, it's rare to hear you say anything good. And there's cases here where DSP will ask him for the wins-loss records.
No response, by the way, to that.
No response.
None.
All those, like, level 1 podcasts with the Street Fighter characters, all made by Darziak. I want to give you a little tip here. How you know it's a Darziak thumbnail, because you might be wondering, how do I even know? Well, check out this one simple hack. If you see the outer edge with a border, that is a Darziak certified thumbnail. Okay, so what do I mean by that outside edge? Right there. So every single time you see that border, that's a Darziak special, because Darziak in these leaked DMs complained when the YouTube changed to the rounded corners and it fucked up his border. So every time you see the border, you know that is him. So here's another example of that. This absolute
dog shit thumbnail, by the way. This was an awful thumbnail.
Here's another example of that. The border there, those are all Darziak specials. And he has done quite literally maybe even over 1,000 thumbnails for DSP at this point. Hundreds is not in question. It's more, did it pass the 1,000 mark? How many thumbnails Darziak did for DSP? Okay, moving on. Let's get to, where's my list here? Okay, I'm going to get to, let's go down to this one. Darziak complains about being on. So just for those that aren't keeping up with all this, basically the what they're doing now is, here's my list for DSP versus the internet. Make the playlist, make the thumbnails for me, that kind of shit. They're going back and forth. He also lets them know when anyone's talking about him, as you can see, like, let's say Asmongold talked about you here. DSP will respond whether or not he wants to talk about it on the podcast or not. A lot of news. DSP's talk. Darziak knows more lore than DSP. So,
That's gotta feel so weird.
I did show this on my show, but we have to play it here. Darziak made this video for DSP. Was this shown on DSP's real channel?
Hello, everyone. DSP
Oh, yes.
here.
I think this was
really
a very
on?
highly celebrated video.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's just see this again. It's so good. This is a Darziak made video.
Kind of look like my camera, which is a little odd. But anyway.
Is this not like the 15-year anniversary special?
Yes.
I used to have a channel on YouTube called DarksydePhil. Extremely popular, had over 76 million views, had just about to hit 60,000 subscribers, and then YouTube shut me down.
The
What
mugshot.
is this? I went to work today and they laid me off. So I no longer have a full-time job. I'm unemployed. What's going on, everyone? DSP here with another episode.
The beginning of the beard.
The beginning of the beard. That's my favorite.
When this came out, I was
Yeah.
like, dude, this had to have been made by a troll or
That's
something.
what you
'cause
think. That's what you think. This is a guaranteed Darziak.
It's weird looking back now, and I'm like, it wasn't. Nope. Just dog shit. Like, these are all pictures that I would have of him on my fucking desktop, or like on my fucking hard drive. Damn, dude. He's fixing his AI camera. Whoa. Stay balding. That one, it looked like he was hitting the fucking Soldier Boy. Crank that.
Direct capture starts. I'm fast forwarding past this. There you go. I'll speed it up. It's very fun. I'll speed it up.
Welcome to the stream and/or YouTube. We are recording this for YouTube as well, like we always do.
Oh yeah, conveniently cut out that evil
Yeah.
wench.
Well, I wonder who was next to him. That's weird. Really strange how that got cut out. I sped it up now. We can see. It's very, and now look, now we enter the period of all the hardships. It's very funny. This is like the
DDoS.
highlights. DDoS.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, non-stop. I was DDoS attacked by someone called
Swatted.
my local police or had crime. This is not a prank.
And Darziak added that.
What to do? Lucky.
Now it goes into the funeral part.
Yeah.
Remember the good times.
Oh, the camera's on.
Of course.
DSP wants to be remembered for the goals hit, not the goals missed. We're having a very private ceremony here. DSP was always one to celebrate his own birthdays. That's how much it was important. That's how important it was
Those
for him.
selfies, he looked so fucking depressed.
Phil and Kat
There he
here,
is.
and welcome to a special video that we've been planning on working on for a while.
Planning on working on for a while.
Kat has been living with me now for a month. Yeah, in fact,
Out of all the years, I've
as of
never, like,
tonight,
thought about
as
that.
of midnight tonight, you'll have been here exactly 1 month.
Yeah.
In Washington living with me.
1
In
month.
the last year, I have made a very conscious effort to basically try to separate what I consider to be kind of my work life.
Okay, you got it. How do you include these? Oh, married.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like
Meet Jasper.
Jasper, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on. This one was the most for me. Like, come on, man. How does this make it in? How?
Yeah.
How's that making in? If you're DSP, you're like, all right, man, can we get a different one? I mean, this is kind of cringe right here.
That one. Why? None of these are good.
There you go.
Oh God.
We'll leave it there. Velvet says the Darziak made $1,500 USD total for producing this asshole for years. The work Darziak did is worth $80K USD per year easy. The power of the snort cult. Yes, we haven't got the payments yet, but we'll get there. We are still on $10 paid right now for
good to know
Darziak.
for context.
Yes, we are still $10 paid.
Money is being exchanged. He is getting paid, but it's different amounts for the different projects, quote unquote. But yeah, it was like 1,100 UK pounds, or what did the person say? 1,500 American.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
which is, I mean, like, come on, for literally helping you with everything that you fucking do.
Everything. Personal assistant, dude. Personal assistant level is what he was doing. Scrolling along, more stuff is happening. We're skipping up this. DSP says, unfortunately, I have no answers for the profanities, so I'll keep an eye out if a feminine male appears, as that's the only thing you would happen to say an F slur. So, why was he asking about a feminine man? Because of okay. So he was scared the chat would say it if there was a feminine male on the screen? Meerkat, I'm trying to understand this one.
I think is this have we started with DSP throwback? We might be at this point, because the throwback is when Darziak becomes a full-time, I would even say a channel manager, and he does pretty much everything for that channel. DSP just says, I want this playthrough, I'm linking you these files, upscale them, make the thumbnails, edit out all the F slurs, and keep track of all the feminine males.
Well, that's how that. Well, because right there he's talking about Final Fantasy 13 right above it, but
yes,
that's how it starts out. But it got to the point where Darziak was replaying Mass Effect and making the exact choices DSP made.
Insane. Like,
that's the crazy. Like, out of all of this, like, I know he's done a lot. That is by far the craziest thing, because on paper, I think he was thinking like, oh yeah, it would be fun to replay Mass Effect 1. But then at a certain point, I think he realized, I'm not playing it. DSP is playing it.
Like, I really got to know what's the line of a feminine male in like Final Fantasy. You know what I mean? Does Titus hit that bar or what? Like he's a
Well, he did have that like Ellen DeGeneres hair.
Yeah, the Meg Ryan haircut. Yeah, I want to know, like, what were you like? What's the line though? Like, well, he's kind of, I don't know, he's a little bit feminine.
I think it's in the eyes.
Okay, so this was when I say also that could everything was Darziak's idea for DSP throwback. Everything, like Darziak earlier in this says like, I'm still interested in an idea of doing upscaling, dude. I'm still interested. Darziak was the one that 100% pushed that to be a thing. Was like, if Darziak wasn't there, I doubt it ever happens. I doubt that fucking throwback ever happened. Not because like, DSP would never do it himself, but like he would never even come up with the idea of trying this if there wasn't someone to give him that idea. You know what I'm saying? Right. So anyways, also, like, I got you different times the F slur was used in songs, like Dire Straits' Money for Nothing. DSP then says the R word.
Parenthetical.
Was used all the time.
To make sure which one.
Oh, yeah.
Even though all of them were, but that particular one.
Don't think I'm an asshole, by the way. Oh, yeah. Also, the whip makes a good point. Darziak, in some points, did steal other players' gameplay, and other people did find that.
Yeah.
Well,
that gets brought up.
Oh, it does? Okay, I haven't seen that yet. Are we still on? We're still on Twitter, right? Oh, my God. We're still on Twitter.
Bro,
we're going to be here all night.
On 1858 out of the last one I've stamped is 7649.
No, wait. That's both the Twitter and the Discord, right?
That's both, yeah.
Okay. When do we? Okay, you can't do a show tomorrow, right, Meerkat? You cannot.
Oh no. Tomorrow.
Okay. Let's just keep. Let's truck along. So DSP is trying to justify the use of that word. DSP. He says. It was said all the time in the FGC as if it was no meaning at all. We'd be jokingly using it in sentence after sentence, and now you look back and we're like, what the fuck were we doing? So there you go. It's not that big a deal, dude. Everyone was saying it. Okay, guys? Everyone was saying it was a normal thing back in those days. Let's go to when we talk about, if you can believe it, Derek's birthday video. Darziak says,
"Yeah, I love this one."
I don't know if this is going to be a problem, but during the BG3 stream, Little Shake and Bake and Derek had a conversation about doing a birthday video for him and having it on the React. Apparently, Little Shake and Bake made it public and hid it after the detractors got wind of it. I've seen it, and to be honest, it's a bit weird. If it got shown on the React, it would increase the harassment on them both, and I feel like it would take a hit on their mental health. They made the video. But anyways, okay. DSP again says, I watched all the FF3, and although the ghosting is sometimes an issue, whatever.
We get
As for the
little
shake and bake and Derek thing, I suspect you are right. However, I definitely do not think you should involve yourself, or that would we should reveal you're doing the video editing. That would 100% result in your constant harassment, doxing, etc. And you definitely don't want or deserve that. You're doing an amazing job on everything this year, and it took a lot of trust from me to get here. As you know, I like to have total control over my stuff, and it was a big step for me to be able to put some of my content into your hands. Please don't feel guilty, because these obsessed crazy people constantly make stuff up. Keep in mind, they have already harassed people away from my community in the past who they swore were the ones making stuff for me when it was really you. There is no valid reason to put those crosshairs on you when they have no idea and will guarantee malicious action against you if they do. Darziak then says, thank you for putting your trust in me. I completely understand. Considering how hard you got hit from the DS overlay claims about 10 years ago, I thought it was at least best to talk about the issue, and I'll remain anon. I'm surprised the old videos got over 1,000 views so quickly. For the videos I'm thinking for now, the first 4, whatever. Okay. So Darziak's very happy with the trust he's been given from DSP
It's giving emotional manipulation. It's giving Stockholm syndrome. It's giving like Darziak's locked up in the basement and he doesn't want anyone to know it.
And yes, this is a pattern. Every time DSP can feel Darziak slipping, we get love bombing. We get, man, you know how much I appreciate everything you've done for me and how important you are for me. Yeah. And I can't risk anybody harassing you or anything else happening to you. I love you, man.
Also, really, it's interesting that this all started from DSP genuinely, at least seemingly genuinely worried about Darziak, and like that little care that maybe Darziak's not getting anywhere else, that was enough. And now Darziak signed up for life. He's ride or die now because DSP worried about him back then, which I think... It's always nice when people care about you, okay? Definitely true. And it's nice to get a message from someone online saying, hey, you're okay, right? That's totally normal and fine. But I think if you had other people in your life, it wouldn't mean as much, let's say, as when, DSP on the internet messages you, right? I'm just saying, like...
A public figure.
I guess that meant a lot to Darziak,
guy.
right? It's a lot,
And he should have realized, clearly after that, there were plenty of chances for him to realize... This guy doesn't actually give a shit. Like how many times he left him on red when he's giving him honest feedback and he's just getting straight up ignored and requesting stuff for shorts. So it is hard to feel bad for him after a certain point
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he self-admittedly is autistic, and I think it would be tougher to understand that you're definitely being used here, but doesn't have the tool. He just didn't have the tools to pick up on that. Like, you're being used here, man. It's very clear. Like, holy shit, man, but... not everyone has the tools to see that,
I understand this 100%. Yeah. But this is excluding the literal thousands of videos across 10, 15, 20 years that are pointing out exactly this. Yes. That he is lurking and stalking for people like this who are going to get committed to doing stuff for him for free or for cheap or for whatever, just so he can be lazy as fuck and he can be the king. So I can't really frame him as the victim. People told him this is going on. People gave him examples this is going on. He himself picked it up at various points, and DSP completely no-sold his criticism. So I don't know, man. Dented is dented.
I'm interested in those because I have not seen that. I haven't got this. We're already past as far as I've read right now. Okay, so, and if we're not reading this, guys, I think let's just lock in here and do this whole thing right. Because if we only get one chance at this, so let's just go through all of this. And no WPIG stream tonight, guys. We're going through all this the right way. All right, come on, let's do this.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be here for it. Yay.
Yeah, let's do this the right way. We'll be here all fucking day. Okay, so DSP then bitches about this and says, not weird at all. They're all okay. So this is when a lot of YouTubers were leaving. Remember that little mini thing, Like
I remember him specifically mentioning MatPat too on a certain day where he's like, "Were you guys all watching MatPat or something?" He said something snarky about it, and I was like, "Where the fuck did that come from?" It's weird to have an answer for it now.
DSP hates those guys, because they have enough money to not do YouTube forever and not beg for money, so he hates them. And he says, "Oh, that's not weird at all. They're all huge and rich. Why would they keep up the grind of making vids? LOL. I'll forever be working class. I won't be afforded that luxury. I'll forever be working class." God, let's drop DSP off at a working class area and see if he can make his way out. You know what I mean? Hello, fellow workers.
Man. Oh, he's gonna make his way out in an ambulance. The moment he starts talking about his business to people that work in construction or like public services, he's making his way out on a fucking stretcher.
Hey, Philip, give me a Phillips screwdriver. Huh? What's that? Huh?
They all fucking look the same. What the fuck?
Anyways, okay. Next up, Darziak was using Darziak appreciative of the gangster look. This is the most gangster looking I've ever seen of you. Someone's about to get waxed. Gangsta.
Like him after he got home from work one day, isn't it?
I kind of got to see it.
Hey everyone, it's DSP here, and this is extremely quick, this video update, but I felt I needed to put something up because a lot of people are asking me
40
questions.
minutes?
There's a lot
Real
of
quick.
It's only 6 minutes, but I'm at 2. Yeah, I'm at 2 times speed.
Apparently YouTube is at war right now. It's being attacked. As of, I believe it was the 25th or 26th, there's a hacker who's been going around on YouTube basically doing silly stuff. It's like replacing people's channel picture and stuff like that. And it didn't seem like it was very malicious at first. It was just kind of annoying. And it didn't really affect me probably because, number one, I have only been doing this for a year, so I don't have, sure, I have a lot of subscribers and a lot of views, but it's not like, when you look at the top view on YouTube, I'm not up there yet. It seems like whoever this person is, they've been attacked.
It's still working, Philip, that's for sure.
That was just kind of his vibe around the time. As you can see on the 15-year anniversary thing, he looked like he just woke up for about 10 years.
And Dawson and Fred's channel and some of the other ones. So I've kind of been left out. But now there's this new thing that's been since Sunday the 27th, where anyone who puts up an HD video only gets the initial amount of views. And I don't know how much you guys know about YouTube, but basically the way YouTube works is within, say, the first 12-hour window that you upload a new video.
It's nothing. I don't care. I don't care about that much. It's just
well, I was just waiting to see if it affected the annoying orange. Man.
I wanted to see what he's going to say about the you're the most gangster I've ever seen of you. Darziak, what are you just watching old videos for fun? You look gangster, Phil.
Well, and he's not. He doesn't even sound gangster. It's not even a subject to sound gangster about.
I bet he's going to threaten the person.
Looking at him, and he's like, "Whoa, dude, you look badass here."
I'm sure
he just woke up.
I'm sure it's like someone he threatened YouTube or something. I'm going to take care of them or whatever. Anyways, Darziak says we'll need to think of a new title for Suicide Kings, as they would be a trigger word today instead of suicide. Right? He says something like death montage. Okay, something like death montage.
Unalive Kings.
I'm also just thinking though about the most gangster I ever saw DSP, and I think it was probably the "oh no you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker." That was gangster as shit. You should have linked that.
He's wearing the vest. He's wearing the vest. Yeah, like it's my hard vest. So I don't fuck around. I got my vest. So of course the trolls have micro-analyzed the Red Dead Redemption footage and found game sin in the bottom right-hand corner of the intro that you used in place of my horrible visuals. No idea what that is or where you got it from. I'm now assuming they'll try to flag the video saying it's stolen footage, because it was. And he says maybe it can be re-edited to remove that, as GameSyn has no rights to any cutscenes from any game, but having that watermark is going to cause trouble. That GameSyn video is 100% illegal, as they add nothing to make any videos transformative. If they make dollar off it, it's a stolen dollar. But yet people are going to give me shit for using that. Darziak says,
come on.
Fuck.
This was, by the way, I think
Go ahead.
around the time he asked everybody for permission to react to their videos. He was the permissions guy because he wanted to be different.
Yes, and also this is because it came after that mini. Remember when he reacted to the Evil AJ thing, and he was trying to get like permission from Evil AJ, and then he kind of did a little mini react tour of some shit. It was around there too, or after that. But anyways, that same time.
Well, that was in here
yeah.
too because they took Evil AJ took the video down, and then Darziak was like, "Oh, it's still available on the Wayback Machine," and then got him a link.
Yep. Movie Sign says, I got that being said, marathon today during my double shift. Big up, Movie Sign. Thank
Hell yeah,
you.
dude.
Whistle Barbosa says, Darziak and the Dents are no victims. They are enablers, and honestly, they are way worse than Phil, more unhinged and pathetic than him by far. It's different. I mean, they both have bad sides, right? But, like, Darziak's the one that clearly just couldn't pick up on the social cues that he was being manipulated, right? But who's worse, the manipulator or the manipulatee, right? Well,
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's
if
just
we're,
my thought.
I'd never like comparing like who's worse, but I mean, in this situation, yeah, I'd clearly say DSP. I just don't have any sympathy for what Darziak went through. I'm like, you had so many chances, bro.
Rodrigo Marcondes says, it took a lot of trust from me to let you work for me for free. That's what he said. It took a lot of trust for you to do this.
Yeah.
Big ups, Adderall dependent. We get some claws now.
Hell yeah, dude.
There we go. Big ups, Adderall dependent. All right, here we go. Darziak responds saying... Okay. Darziak responds saying, fuck, I honestly didn't see that. Going to re-edit and upload ASAP. The only reason I pulled a YouTube video is because you split the part halfway through the intro train scene, and I thought it would look smoother. Oh, that's why you stole the footage, Darziak? That
Now
doesn't
we're
make up
pointing
for-
fingers.
What? Okay, next up, we go to this one. And it is right here. Someone says, let me know if you want to join a mod Discord. It's totally okay if you want to just keep stuff like it is now. And I don't think anyone could help me with this stuff, but we finally have made it sage after MNH years. It's finally everyone I trust, so it's an option. Okay?
I think but we finally have made it safe after many years.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sure, I can
how do
do
you know that? Because I fuck up typing all the time.
It's fine.
I can't type worth shit.
My Discord is also Darziak. Nice. I still think I need about 800 watch hours to put ads on videos. Okay, that's for the throwback. So there we go. The Discord has been brought up now. And Darziak, then DSP says, if you ever want a cut of what DSP Throwback makes once it starts generating revenue, you are entitled to it. I'm not expecting much, but the channel's 100% because of your efforts, and you would deserve it. All right?
Now, see, that typo was on purpose, so he can contractually doesn't have to give him anything from DSP Throwback.
No, that's wishful. He's not that forward thinking, but I know what you mean. Darziak says, no, I'm good. I prefer it to be a voluntary thing. Thanks for the offer. DSP says, no problem at all. I felt like it would be pretty unfair I didn't at least offer it up to you. Okay.
Oh yeah, see, how can I feel bad like when he's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Not even like haggle, not even like, well, I don't want that, but we could discuss other options.
So yeah, that's one thing you can't. Yeah,
At the same
go ahead.
time, like, you're gonna get money from the guy who constantly complains about being broke and having low ad revenue and low views. It's like, if you're a big fan of him, obviously
Exactly.
the case.
Bingo.
Well,
And very
especially in this
emotionally
time
invested.
too.
What?
If you,
Especially
this
in
time,
this, like,
this
yeah,
is
around
Exactly.
this time,
yeah.
he was not,
Yes.
no
So,
bumps.
of course, this is like maximum parasocial. Darziak is just looking to please Phil, and Phil is
Yeah.
constantly the guy in distress, emergency guy, broke guy, and you don't want to take any money for him.
Yeah, I want to be like, obviously DSP has enough fucked up shit he's done here. I mean, we're on year 2 now of Darziak doing hundreds and hundreds of thumbnails without getting $1. So like, it's fucked up that it has been brought up before this for sure. Though I do want to say there was a mild talk of it before, and Darziak turned it down then as well. That's when DSP gave the $10 for the membership. But DSP was sure to bring it up though and say, "Remember, I was giving you membership money when you couldn't even afford it. I don't need this." So, but one thing you can't say is DSP didn't offer money for the DSP throwback, because DSP did offer money for that. Okay, so that's
Yes, he
you
did.
know
Yeah.
he has enough shit to call him out on though. But that one is not. He did actually offer money for DSP throwback. Okay, moving on. Let's go to some talk of a certain person you may know. Okay, so
I love this part too.
Darziak says, seems to be an increase of people starting the See a Derek game, though in today's case, he said, I am leaving, but denied it and said it was an imposter. So I did a test by doing a timeout on that line, and it was him. So that complicated things. It was actually Derek who said, I am leaving, but they thought it was an imposter, but it was actually him saying, I am leaving. Okay? Darziak says, what the fuck, man? He disappears for an hour and then came back to say bye.
He's a mysterious creature, dude.
Derek is a tough one to understand. These DSP says, yeah, the old PC was never built correctly. It was made by 2 kids who said they were, but of course, lady found out they just used me to make money. That is an extreme retcon. It was not to make any money. They lost money in the transaction, and they have all shown receipts for that. Well, not all of them, but Chris Furtado, at least, showed the receipts of how they lost money with that exchange, but that's DSP's retcon of that situation, obviously. Okay. Yes, Derek is weird. He'll be gone and then reappear and then say bye again, tons. As we've discussed, there is definitely a large chance of some kind of mental disorder there. You think?
I love the as we've discussed, whether I don't know if that's like between him and Darziak or him and the other mods, but regardless, I love that it's already been discussed.
Yeah, as we've talked about in the weekly meetings, we don't need to bring this up. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, 20166. Okay, so next up, we have right about DSP says, oh, I just contacted June the King. Okay, so the June the King documentary is this time now. Darziak says, I contacted June the King and told him my experience of watching you and thoughts. I felt he would get a lot of detractors or former fans messaging him, and I was right. He is trying to find the truth to things, but with so much hearsay going around, it's rough. As the only fan to contact him, I thought it's needed, so it's not all one-sided. I can back up anything that comes up. He wants to stick to facts, just you, and not bring anyone else into the dock like Derek. I chose to remain anonymous for the sake of protection. DSP then says, not surprising to hear at all. Also, FYI, I'm likely going to get false strikes against me here. I just got one, whatever. DSP, again, doesn't give a shit about that. Like, you want to say something about him, like, sticking up for you? And I'm going to get false strikes. Anyways.
Well, it's funny that that happens, too, because how often do you hear him say, you know, nobody ever reached out to people that like me. No one ever wants to reach out to the fans.
Yeah.
And then here's Darziak. And I'm also thinking Darziak is like the last of his kind for DSP in so many ways. Like the last person to do all of this free shit for him. The last person to actually go out there and like say, I like DSP. Here's why.
Yeah.
Like authentically. Like I don't know what the future looks like now after this. The more that we go through this and the more I reflect on it, I'm like, this. It's kind of it could be a changing moment, or DSP could come back tomorrow and completely ignore it. I don't know.
Yeah. I think DSP is just going to ignore it totally. I think that's his play on this case like this, because if it becomes to be a big enough thing where it's always getting brought up till he has to say something, he's like just going to shit talk Darziak. He was one of these people that helps, and then they fucked off. So what are we going to say about him? Now he's a detractor. I don't give a shit. We're having so much fun here. That's my
who this will help is the cup rattler guy. He's gonna have like a whole slew of new stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
New
He's got a lot of
inspiration
material.
Yeah.
I like what he does, like full quotes of things DSP has said. Like, I made a commitment to her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like when he does those.
And this, by the way, this is leagues apart from the dudes that give DSP $5 to say some dumbass shit and then get no sold. Cup Rattler is a true soldier.
Exactly.
He trolls for
Bingo.
$0 and always gets a win.
I did a total
$0
180
spent.
on Cup
Yeah.
Rattler. At first, I was like, God, this guy's just doing all these paragraphs. It's not even doing any psychic damage to DSP. But like now, the persistency is definitely paid off. The fact that he's like, guys, the troll is here again. Like he's like dedicated
he's a character.
as the troll.
He's a character. No, my favorite bit that he did was when he would do Nightbot for Raw. Okay. So
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
so he would
When
do
you
things
would just
like
advertise
yes,
Raw Phil.
Yeah, please support Raw Phil. You can support in so many ways: super chat, super thanks, memberships on Raw Phil. Raw Nightbot for Raw, beautiful.
He would have some when it's a slow night stream. He would show up and be like, "There's 1,500 people on Raw Phil right now. Go watch Raw Phil." It's so awesome.
Someone had a legendary banned message, by the way, when he was playing that blackjack game, where it's not blackjack, but it's like kind of blackjack.
Black Jacket.
Yeah. I think I screenshotted it. Hold on, please say I screenshotted it. It was so fucking good. You are God.
The energy that gives,
I'll show you, hold
though,
on.
with you mentioning the Raw Phil Nightbot and advertising Raw Phil, it gives the energy of like back in the day when you would have like commercials about like Pepsi and Coca-Cola competing, and they'd be like, "Fuck you," or Sega and Nintendo. Like it's like, even though I know it's like it's to fuck over DSP, just the energy of it. There's 1,500 people on Raw Phil. Go check it out.
Yeah, but everything you learn from these DMs is that all of this gets to him. It's death by 1,000 cuts, and it is certain death. It is demolishing him mentally.
He cannot deal with it when that you guys all team up and say this. So here's a Raw from Nightbot for Raw with 2 V's because Raw's a band name. It says, final words, please consider sending a tip to Raw's channel to support this stream. A tip, a super chat, a gifted membership, and all forms of support are welcome on Raw's channel. Thank you for this. There we go.
Or the end of the stream. 120 at the end of the day, goddamn.
I can't. Oh yeah, that's my tracker there. I can't find the one, but I'll just say it to you. Tell it to you. So it was Panda. It was like, remember, Philip, don't hit on a 17. You remember the first time you hit on a 17?
Oh, I saw that one too. Yeah,
I saw that.
Never hit on a 17. Yeah, amazing.
Also, by the way,
yeah, please.
A quick shout out to all the band trackers and everybody tracking everything. It brings to light so many people being banned for just calling him out on something that he contradicted himself on or just straight up lied about within that same stream. And those
Bingo.
people like banning them is confirming that they're right. And also, it's really funny to read.
It is funny to read. I love the banning era we're in right now. Okay, moving on. Let's move on positively here. DSP then says, blah, blah. Oh, DSP needs to be talked through the process of adding a friend on Discord. He said, I'm not sure how that works. I've only talked to people in the same server as me. Darziak says, you go to the direct message on the top, then friends. And there we go. So this is the official end of the Twitter leaks. But there we go. We move on to
and
Discord
I really thought that's all
now.
it was
Yes.
going to be, because that was whatever day that was. And I was like, oh, these kind of suck. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to show up. That being said, we're going to talk about Forza and Pokemon cards.
Yep. No. Now they start talking in Discord only. So no more Twitter at all. Here we go. Darziak says, let me know which one's better for you. And then we start moving forward this one. Okay. So now, for context, where are we here? This is February of 2024. If you remember, in February of 2024, a certain someone was revealed when they were playing.
Sorry, what was that up there with tipsy again? He said something tipsy again.
Tipsy. Let me search tipsy. Tip.
I'm guessing it was probably Tipsy in the fucking throwback videos.
Oh,
maybe,
no.
yeah.
He was.
Yeah. Look, it says, oh boy, must be up to the second day playing because I was slurring my words a bit in earlier parts, then it cleared up. So now I'm going to get tipsy again. They're going through DS throwback playthroughs, Meerkat. That's what they're talking about.
Right, sorry.
Yeah. So I was always drunk during these times, guys. That's it. Okay. So DSP says, Thanks so much. Stressful when this stuff happens after another stressful day. Kat is upset because she wanted the Dondoko Island co-op to work out, but it's gotten so boring that we're done with it, and she was already in a bad mood for personal reasons. Then I'm stuck in the office late trying to get this dumb stuff to work. All right?
So she was going through some stuff, and he was like, okay, we got to do Dondoko Island. Everybody's going to love that.
Oh, come on. It'll cheer you up. You love that.
Don't forget, come on. And so there's a lot of talk about the DSP throwback shit happening. Like, say what you will, at least Darziak was taking it very seriously. Like, he was really trying to make it a success for sure, and trying to talk about all the shit he can do. But anyways, let's get to the first one here. So 2689 right here. 2689. Darziak says, honestly, it really felt like you were blaming everyone on the podcast yesterday. You can't place full blame on the audience because you didn't research or asking if your IP is safe years before. DSP then responds saying, oh, I did ask, and many people just flat out insulted me, saying I was making excuses from running from real comp. It literally wasn't until yesterday that was laid out plain for me. Which leads me to believe that all those demands over the years were... Hello? Hey now. You guys got me? I'm back. Meerkat, can you hear me?
I'm back too, yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Oh, whoa, crap. Now you're peaking as shit, but hold on. 1 second. I'll fix that. You back, Shroom Dukum. Looks like we lost connection to YouTube for a second there, but Meerkat, can you talk again?
Yep, I'm here.
You're in charge. Oh, you're here. Talk, Shroom. You're good? Shroom, talk. Hello.
Yeah, I'm good. Do you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we're good. Okay. DSP then says... I think it just flashed for a second, but we're back. Oh, I did ask, and many people just flat out insulted me. These were illegitimate responses, which leads me to believe that all those demands over the years were illegitimate, which is both scary and sad to think. But with the madness that is present out there, it's not far-fetched at all. A lot of people just irrationally are out to get me.
Again, even from his right-hand man, he can't take criticism, instantly shifting the blame, deflecting, it's everybody else's fault.
Yes.
Phil is actually a victim here.
That's so crazy to say that it's all those demands over the years were illegitimate. What? Anyway, I know someone suggested to get a new IP by unplugging your router, but that wouldn't help as they could get it again in another match. And you wouldn't really know who was doing it because they could DDoS at any time. DSP says, yep, well, swapping IPs would at least work to prevent DDoS. But if they do get the IP through Fightcade, so at least I could continue the stream otherwise. But anyway, just try not to do Fightcade. Okay? What on earth is that Bendy Vault Boy animation? And then he's helping him, whatever, all this shit, helping behind the scenes.
I was going to say, too, on top of that, that all started with, here's some Fallout animations you can use. Also, you seemed pissed off on the fucking podcast. So it's like you'll send him something, and then on top of that, be like, hey, by the way...
Oh, by the way, just checking in. How are you? That kind of thing.
Yeah, here's some animations you can use, and also, you seemed pissed off. Don't chew your fingers.
So talking about this, so Darziak then at this point does start demanding reimbursement. Darziak says, what day was this? This is in May 30th of 2024. He says this, for this, oh, I'm considering on buying you a new camera when you change PCs. Darziak bought a camera. For this investment, I would like to start taking a percentage on your DSP throwback channel. Either once a month or once a year would do. Obviously, I'm not expecting hundreds. All right. As for DSP Throwback, I took a look at the stats. More than 2/3 of all revenue is in the form of super chats and memberships from the Retro React streams I do on Sunday nights. It's not really easily possible to break out the ad revenue. Oh, Rambo! The Rambo! But to give an example, so far for May, the channel has made about 105 in ad revenue across all the videos, including the streams. So if I were to do a 50-50 cut with you on that, you get about 53, but likely a bit more because the month isn't over. And YouTube, it tends to lag on final calculations a few days. So there is not even a question about him getting the super chats and memberships. You get the ad revenue and the ad revenue alone, bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it seems fair. Just give him like a fixed amount per month.
Exactly.
He's not just an editor for the channel. He does so much shit. He snitches on the trolls and gives you all that information. At least like give him like $100 per month, whatever the fuck. And that's still not going to be enough for like considering him as a real actual editor. Whatever.
Oh yeah, he wants to. This is a weird thing DSP did with Rambo as well, but he wants to make it very like official and business like when you have like a certain amount. You know, it's weird. But then DSP says we could also do it yearly once the year is up. Probably around the second week of January, the data would be available. Doesn't really matter, as you can see, unless the channel has a huge jump in popularity. It's not a moneymaker. The streams I do bring in like redacted, so at least it's not a complete bust. The main thing is to get the missing videos available for posterity purposes. All right, so that's all you're getting, dumb shit. Stop asking about it. Almost sounds like. Then he says, and it's almost a guarantee I'll be swapping to Cat's PC over the summer. The processor has this huge thermal take dual fan system on it for cooling.
Yeah, so here
please.
is when the PC tech support saga begins. And this is probably a good, solid, like 3,000 messages.
Oh my God.
So I've just skipped through this and got the best bits for the document.
Jesus.
This is when he was calling it the Great Migration. Remember that?
And
I'm going to steal my wife's
PC. Every single thing was Darziak. Darziak was looking up components for the PC. Darziak was looking up drivers. He was looking up BIOS updates. He was looking up SSDs and storage options. He was looking up literally everything you can think of. Everything DSP said takes a long time to set up and figure out. It was Darziak doing it, and DSP actually going through the motions with it.
Darziak says, I'd be fine taking 40-60 on ad revenue with you since you do a react on it once a week currently. Whatever is easier on you, be it monthly or yearly. Also, if anything major happens to break or family is ill, I won't mind being paid for that month. So that really shows how Darziak is completely pignatized. So like if anyone's ill that month, I don't need to be paid the $50. Yeah, Phil, if things are that tight, honestly. When he sees how much DSP was making. I mean, he'll have a marathon where he makes $1,000. But yeah, if someone's ill, I don't need the 50, Phil. Please keep it, honestly. You need it more than me. DSP says, I'd be completely okay with splitting the ad revenue with you. You are doing incredible amounts of work for videos that aren't getting many views because they're so old. I'll take a look at how much ad revenue it actually made in May in a few days, and I can always send you that cut when I get paid by YouTube that month. All right, cool. And they have decided that is what will happen going forward. Now let's go to Brian. Remember Brian? The Street Fighter.
You're not supposed to remember Brian. He's been memory hold.
Hey, sir.
No, I remember Brian. He blocked me.
Oh, he did? Oh, you got blocked. Get cucked. Hey,
well,
sir,
it's because I said that he only came around. He only came around when he wanted attention, and he propped Jade up, and he's like, I only did it for Jade, and he spelled Jade's name wrong. And I said, hey, by the way, you're spelling Jade's name wrong, so how invested are you? And then he blocked me.
Well, you're asking for it. Come on.
Yeah, well, I'm not upset about it, you know? Listen.
Velvet says,
he was doing the thing where he wanted to be the nice guy buddy to DSP, but DSP is the type of guy where there's like 10-year legacy of him being a complete piece of shit to everybody, where it takes you like 30 seconds of finding out you don't want to be friends with this guy, and he still tried to be or pretended to be or whatever. So it came across as kind of disingenuous and theatrical to me. I might be wrong, but that's how I saw
like that.
No, he blocked me, so you're correct.
Velvet says empathy, not sympathy. Empathizing with Darziak is allowed. It's not feeling sorry. Duncan's vulnerable and fell under the spell of a manipulator. Agree. I'd say that too. You don't have to feel sympathy for him, but he
dark empath.
You are. Victims of empath, actually. Call Me Astro says, so the dragon asked for money from the secondary channel and DSP let them die. Coincidence? Well, they just stopped making enough money to even give anything is what happened, right? Because they died very quickly, I think. But okay, back to the
Well,
Brian.
they were kind of never
Yeah.
alive, to be honest. Those throwback videos, they right off the bat got less than 500 views, I think, probably.
Because
It was
it was 1,000 was a good one. That was a great when he first started, but then they quickly became less than 200 views. So
I dreaded those throwback react streams too. I did not like those.
Yeah, actual dog shit. And DSP was selling that whole channel as being a service to the community, to the DSP long-term fans.
Well,
So
Yes.
obviously there's like 3 of them.
it
And
was
one of them
birthed
is the
out of-
guy managing the channel.
It was birthed out of, hey, you found your old hard drives with Red Dead and Final Fantasy 13 footage. Can you upload it?
yeah,
And then it turned into all
Exactly.
this when really people just wanted to see those.
and yeah, Darziak's idea was to make all the playthroughs go through. It was remember he said it's not about the money with this channel, it's and stuff, but it definitely was about the money because when it stopped making anything, it's gone very quickly. But DSP about Brian says, "Hey sir, so after the Brian thing, I'm feeling really paranoid. I hope you're well and that everything is good. I've had anxiety all day because of this dumb shit. I really appreciate all you do for me, and I'm actually glad you're asking for compensation for all the work you are doing." Okay. Interesting. Then Darziak just talks about tech shit. We go through. Darziak doesn't really respond to that one specifically, but our next thing here is OP Boone is right. Check his comment. Oh, so everything about tech is being fixed by Darziak, guys. Every single thing. How to do the settings, remember the filter like flexing? Like I have filters now. All that shit is Darziak. All of it is Darziak. Sending him plugins for OBS here, as you can see, telling him how to install them. One thing you're missing is this plugin. Check out this plugin. You have a sharp high tone to your voice, so this would be good to soften it down. The audio load order images. He is doing everything for DSP. Every possible thing, all right?
I keep thinking of like other comparisons, other like analogies and stuff. And this is kind of reminding me of like a friend that has a girlfriend or a girl they're like sleeping with that they don't want to bring around because they're embarrassed by. You ever have that? You ever have a friend that doesn't want to bring their girl around because they're like, they know they're going to
Embarrassed
be
by
made fun
her?
of for who they're sleeping with or
I
something?
never had that one.
I remember one of those in high school, so I guess kind of.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's just like, I feel like he's trying to keep Darziak his little secret this whole time.
Oh yeah, I think so too. But he would say it's because for Darziak's safety. He would say
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so he doesn't get chased away or converted to detractor.
But what made me think of it was like you talking about him with the, I have all these settings now on my mic. All of the stuff is great. Everything's improved. You like this, right? Meanwhile, somebody who is not getting paid and getting no recognition for it is doing it.
Yeah.
The Girthquake says Kat's head looks too big for her body in the old pictures. Glad she grew into it.
When is
far
DSP
as-
going to grow into his body?
As far as says, and part of that 10 USD came back to DSP. Yes, so DSP gave Darziak $10 for a membership, but he would get paid by that same $10. So you're right. Tevin Bernstein says, explain how having a furry run your business isn't cuck behavior. DSP is a grade A cuck. Okay,
Absolutely is. Here it
That's
comes
true.
down to, because I know this is a response to what I said earlier, but
Yes.
it comes down to like the levels of cuckery. I think both of them ultimately cucks in completely different ways, and both of them are trash. It's like the shit sandwich or the piss milkshake.
Yeah.
They're both not options that you would like, but in different ways.
Yes.
I mean, it's like autism. Cucking is a spectrum.
And just to be clear, Darziak wasn't the furry. He was on the furry fetish website of things he liked. He was not, to be clear for the record books. He had furry fetishes, but was not yet a furry himself. Just want to make it clear. He had favorites, okay? That's it. Shroom
a
has
scaly.
Shroom
He
has
had,
favorites
like,
too. It's
The whole wall of bullet points into what he was into that
Yes.
was like on the right hand side of the spectrum, that's enough for me.
It's a scaly, not a furry. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Okay, moving on. Darziak says, decide to message top tier rated, that's Brian, after seeing the talk he had on the Detractor channel. He really didn't like the whole slavery joke that they showed from the Side Scrollers interview. Despite that, though, he's remaining neutral, so I wouldn't cut ties with him. I do think he is right about Derek, though. I think it's getting to a point about having him around is bad for business. Every time he's around, chat devolves into talking about him. Yesterday was the worst thing to happen. The fact this is the second time is problematic. Honestly, the worst part was when he said, "Can you ban this person?" I was going to do it anyway, but it was very cringe, and it made like Derek was in control of the chat.
Yep, exactly correct. I remember this. I was watching that stream live, and Derek looked like he was the boss of that chat. He was just calling on people.
Get him out of here! And then he's like, DSP Derek bans him.
Now.
Notice how none of this is responded to by Phil.
Nope, not a word about that. Nope. You can remove DSP's asking about how to remove his password. Everything is under Cat's. Guys. Okay, this is a small hyperfixating thing for me. Maybe you guys haven't noticed it yet. Listen to this, okay? Everything is under Cat's accounts, and I doubt there's a way to swap over. So I'll have to learn her password to log into Windows on booting so I can just access it whenever. Okay, now I'll say my take on this. I'll see if you guys agree with me. If I needed to use my wife's computer for it, I wouldn't need to learn her password. I would just ask her for the password and then I would have it and change it after that if need be. Do you agree with me that the wording of this is extremely weird? I'll have to learn her password. Why can't we just ask her password?
I disagree. I meant because DSP is the most low effort person on the planet. He meant that he couldn't be fucking bothered to manually put in his wife's password that she probably told him, of course. It's probably like, I don't know, Superman 69, but he would have to bother to type it out and learn it by heart or whatever. I just don't think that deep.
It reads to me as he's like, oh, I'm gonna have to learn it and remember it. That's how it comes off.
Exactly.
Okay. Fair enough. What makes me?
It is weird DSP alien speak. I will give you that. It can be twisted in a bad way to make him be like, oh wow, you have to learn your wife's password. Why are you trying to dive into her business? Why can't you ask her? Is she dead? Is she there?
I mean, I would never use that word. I'd say, hey, Chew, what's the password? She would yell the password, and then I put it in. I don't need
you're
to.
You're like human man. This is
I don't know. I don't know. But okay, fine. So then, though, Darziak, instead of Darziak is telling him how to remove the password. That seems like another step, though, doesn't it, boys? Just disable the password altogether.
That should be the point where DSP's like, no, I don't mean all that. I just need to like write it down or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's better to disable the password altogether. All right.
I was so confused. LOL.
Oh God, I'm confused. Look at this. I'm so confused. What are you talking about here? Slow down.
You know?
Slow down, brother.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the tech support segment where you get, on one hand, you get extremely detailed breakdowns of how everything works. And on the other hand, you get what do I do? I'm fucking stupid.
Holy shit. Have you done this? Check your hard disk, videos, tech videos. Oh, wow, that's new. Let's get to 3358. Next thing. This is all just tech. I didn't even know what that meant, huh? Tech, maintain. I watched the entirety of part 17 of LA Noire. That's an hour. He's just sitting there watching his own shit. No nudity or gore. Yet I got all the other vids monetized that had it. Like, just don't leave it unmonetized. It's part 17 of LA Noire, which at best is getting 200 views, man. You know what I mean? Like, just let it go. Yeah. What's it worth? Just say fuck it. Just leave it unmonetized. The pain of having a single video not monetized. Here's the 8-ball wheel of okay. Oh, he was trying to get him to have an on-screen wheel.
Oh, a thing I think we skipped over.
Okay, go ahead.
Darziak also proposed for Phil to get a VTuber avatar. So he sent him all the stuff and be like, I think this would be good for you, Phil. You could use that.
he did not.
Yes, he did.
Let me. What does he call it?
He did.
VTuber?
Probably just VTuber.
Since VTubers are all the rage at the moment, I wonder if it should implement on one of your streams. Oh my God! Listen to this. It could be the goal of $10 for 10 minutes. This would be a good fit for
He came up with the whole scam.
$10 for 10 minutes.
The Hatter Best goal.
Yeah, $10 for 10 minutes. Okay.
And then if we hit another goal, you can put a vest on the VTuber.
Oh, this one will work, Philip. You have a lot of fans that will enjoy a look like this. I know that. They're still in your streams right now.
This type of stuff.
Yeah, that may be good. Stick with that one, huh?
He would just be an anime VTuber of himself.
Would my 10-year-old PC running Windows 8 and already capturing streaming really be able to generate a VTuber live at the same time? I'm skeptical. You surpass min requirements, so maybe. Anyways,
don't care. New
Red Dead vids uploading now, dumb shit. Hurry it up.
Put the vids in the bag, bitch. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up, VTuber. All right, let's go down. 3358. Okay.
Another thing, I think that's
Please.
just worth a mention. You
Yes.
guys know how DSP has a Throne account?
Yes.
Well, that is entirely Darziak's idea that he reinforced and reiterated probably like 5 times. 5 times across these whole DMs, he was like, Phil, you should get this. Phil, you should get this. And 90% of the time, it got no sold until the last time where it was like, okay, I'm going to do this, I guess.
I think you should consider using this. My other streaming friend got his new PC funded with it, and I think this would stop the comments of buy this and that. So he said, let's see what he says. Okay, awesome, thanks. Awesome. God, look how much Darziak is doing. Oh my God. Did you see that? He's sending him 1,000 links.
Dude,
1,000.
Every single game that ever got mods on a DSP stream, when he played it with mods and he advertised it, it was Darziak guiding him with links. And even at one point, I think there was a Google document of how to install and set up everything. And you might remember he played the Ballad of Gay Tony. That's a GTA 4 DLC.
Yeah.
And it was crashing, and DSP was complaining how it was crashing, and Darziak was doing like tech support segments in the background trying to figure it out why. Like, I'm telling you, insane amounts of dedication to helping DarksydePhil, the most helpless man on the human earth.
Darziak says, I still think you should consider using this, Philip. I still think. My calculations on BG3 have some minutes iron. Oh, that's different Throne. Let's see. Throne. I'm trying to see. So that's the second bring up of Throne. Here's the third time, guys. You might want to consider using Throne, Philip. I've brought it up 2 other times. Then again, you might want to consider using Throne. That's the 4th time.
Might even be like a copy-pasted message. It reads the same.
Look. Now would be a good time to get Thrown. 4th time. Okay, 4th. Okay, I'm going down, by the way. I've harped on this a few times, but I still think it would be a great way to get from the fans. Oh my God, Darziak, let it go. Okay, that's the 5th time. Can we get another one? Come on. Can we? Huh, interesting. I set up and we'll announce it tomorrow. Awesome. I think it's fitting that it's called Throne. Yeah. Only took 6 mentions. It's Throne. All right, let's go. So next
anyways,
yes.
last one of those is updating his bios. Darziak was urging Phil to update his bios for legitimately years. Until Phil actually managed to do that.
Nice.
That's it.
Okay.
Now we're back to let me tell you which one.
Yeah, I got 3358.
3358.
Yeah. So DSP says blah blah blah. Let's see. Replacement sound was coming tomorrow, but likely not in time for the stream. I was just checking my email junk for a payment receipt that might have fell in it and found this. I'm bewildered how an email aimed at you landed in my email. Because the person is an idiot and likely sends similar emails to everyone. Oh, interesting. That's a fake email was sent. Not liking this increase of people breaking into other people's finances. I don't know if this is true, but someone got access to LTG's business account, showing he's $160 in debt. It was only a few weeks ago that RTU's former editor Jay had a criminal break into his bank account and his personal information breached. RTU immediately squashed the beef after learning that. DSP says, they have been trying to get into my stuff constantly for a very long time. They did social engineering to get access to a city account and try to move my money around without permission. Led to me having to entirely close and open new accounts and screwed me over for a while, missing payments when accounts and money were frozen. Luckily, no one has outright stolen control of anything, and now I have security redundancies in place, but I still worry about it happening and worse this time. So he never got money stolen.
We had this one wonderful video by Fantastic Mr. Sam. You might even call it a fantastic video of all of DSP's versions of events of the bank leaks. And in one of them, he says they stole 3 times of $3,000 to a total of $9,000. In here, we have him claiming that nobody ever stole anything.
That's weird. That's totally weird. Next up, we have some Kool-Aid Girl talk, if you can believe it. She makes an appearance here. Okay.
Put on your diapers, everybody.
Darziak says, sorry about the increased stress that's happened. Apparently, Jenna live streamed and talked about where Kat worked and showed your mobile number. No. DSP says, so dumb, just more BS we ignore. Not like my number wasn't doxed 9 years ago or anything. And as you know, Kat doesn't work there anymore. Oh, as you know. Kat doesn't work there. Interesting. As you know.
By the way, many of these, when Darziak was kind of baiting him into talking about drama, I was kind of disappointed that Phil just said he doesn't care or outright just ignored it.
So, DSP really doesn't it's one of those guys that doesn't respond to the thing that's being said. He just wants to get down to business about other shit. Darziak says, OP Boone has disappeared, so no more timestamps on Q&A and podcast. Darn, hopefully Boone is okay. This happened once before, but it was because he didn't think the timestamps were useful. They weren't, Boone. FYI, your contribution really helped today, so thanks. Another payment?
Oh.
Another payment, sir? Jesus, more payments. All right. What, wait. What was that? We were able to spend a bit more on our meal that we ordered, and Kat really liked it.
Oh, no. Thanks for feeding my wife, buddy. She really liked it.
She has teetered.
This whole time.
Yeah, go ahead.
This whole time you thought it was DSP's fault that Cat's fat. It was Darziak.
I'm saying based on this, the thoughts of Cat's illness. I mean, it's something serious. I think she has teetered between feeling
or maybe
okay.
She was just hungry.
Well, she has teetered between feeling okay and really sick, and today was a better day, so she was able to eat a bit more, and she really enjoyed it. So thank you very much. How you talk like that is more terminal or long-term style illnesses, right? She has good days and bad days, if you know what I'm saying. You use that wording for things that are very, very long, right? I mean, like, if you have a cold, you don't say, I have good days and bad days. Would you agree with that, Shroom?
I would, unless it's DSP Gaming.
Right?
The guy who
this dude's parents been dying for 10 years now. They've been dying since 2018. They could die. That's what he said. My mom could die any time now. That's what the doctor said in like 2018.
That's true. Maybe I'm
so
thinking
he's
too
like
much.
Peak emergency at all times because he's learned, I guess it's been reinforced in his mind, that the more dramatic and extreme you are about stuff, the more people feel bad for you and you get benefit from that.
Yeah.
Is the victim mentality. And it subconsciously makes you want to be a victim all the time because you know something good's going to happen from all of that. That's
true. It is like he's trying to talk about how his contribution meant so much. That's very manipulative, I guess. Waffle Bunny says, so with this info, DSP has been doing barely 14% of all work and made his indentured servants do the rest. Basically, the only thing DSP had to do is fire up the stream. I mean, real, come on.
Yes.
How is that ALT will not stand for the cat slander? I'm saying I think she's in. I think we did learn that the sickness shit was all real. I think it's more serious than we may have thought. Is all I'm saying.
It could
But
be.
who knows? Who
It could
knows?
be.
We don't know.
Sure.
600 says Phil isn't allowed to drive or use computers independently, and Cat also makes him wear a chastity belt. Confirmed. he has to wear
Confirmed. You
That's
saw
in
it
here?
here. Heard it here first. Yeah.
it. Clamface said, I like how whenever Darziak proves DSP wrong about something, rather than say he was wrong or agree, DSP just ignores him and dodges another topic. Yeah, that's his forums strategy as well. When you make a good point, he just leaves.
And the King Snake stream. Remember, anytime Review Tech USA would make a good point, which is like 1 in a million years, DSP would say, you know what? Fair enough. Anyways, let's talk about what I want to talk about.
Yeah, whatever, rich idiot. Okay.
Oh, well, there was that one point in there. He's like, "No, we're not talking about any of the dumb shit you want to talk about."
Yeah. Now go along with what I want to talk about and be on my side, because that's what you're here for, even though you didn't know that's what you're here for.
You don't know how to run a show, Rich. Dumb shit. Darziak says, can you verify if this is the real Jordan? Apparently, they didn't like your attitude with chat and started messaging people like Duty. I just banned the Jordan who was sneak dissing messages before retracting them, thinking he's smart. DSP says, just keep him banned. Screw him if that's how he wants it. He sent me nasty emails tonight, too. What a nice guy. Another person who likes my content, but turns into an awful person thanks to my detractors, despite my not actually doing anything to cause it. Ooh.
Oh, he did everything correct.
Anyways, good news that the music removal AI is now live on all my channels. All right, it'll be a lot of fun, dude. Pretty cool.
The Jordan guy, I kind of remember vaguely that name. He was a big pay pig, I think, just pay pigging tips
Okay.
at one point, but then quickly turned heel.
I don't remember him so well, but there you go. That's the part that matters. Okay, let's get to Nuke World talking about. I owe you. Okay, so let's talk about a little profit talk just for an example of this. So I'm going to hold off on publishing this new Dante's Inferno, ad suitability, blah, blah, blah. Also, I owe you this much for ad revenue in June, so I'll send that along via PayPal now. DSP then says, profits are down for DSP Gaming for July, but I'm not surprised. Profits are down. Hopefully the marathon will help a bit, considering I also have to buy the Nintendo World Championships game and order some barbecue food for the feasting segment.
I remember this specifically because that Nintendo World Championships was not even full price. Wasn't that like 30 or 40 bucks?
Yeah, it was 30 or 40.
I don't know if I can afford it. I was like,
I went
holy
too
shit,
far.
really?
Okay, I 3418 3432. Okay, next up 3432. Darziak has a complaint for DSP here, and it is, come on, man, you can't go saying, chat's delayed, right? The fight's already over. People are being supportive with this is the run, and you're bashing them. How does DSP respond? He doesn't. We have a new music remix submitted by a fan. I can't believe it.
He does, though. Here
we go. Also, I agree with you. I feel defensive that people are saying this is the run to make fun of me because they know I won't do it. And it's funny to see me suck and fail. But I also know that's truly not the case. It's just my shortcomings making me feel like shit. Oh, God. I'm sorry, guys. Also,
I'm about to tear up.
I agree with you. I feel defensive that people are saying this is the run to make fun of me because they know I won't do it. And it's funny to see me suck and fail. But I also know that's truly not the case. It's just my shortcomings making me feel like shit. Everyone is against me. It also happens every Street Fighter stream. So many of the chat are just talking shit constantly. So it makes me feel like everyone is just there to laugh.
They are.
Okay, we'll stop.
Do something funny, clown.
I can't account for Street Fighter, but go ahead.
To go back to the point that every is death by 1,000 cuts. everything. All those people in the chat, in the kick chat, talking about the Forza wheel, they hurt his feelings, and he actually is fucking seething and crying. It's beautiful.
Yeah. My own shortcomings making me feel like shit. My shortcomings.
It sounds like a Linkin Park song from like the early 2000s.
My shortcomings. Ooh. I've decided. All right, I've added duty streams. We can pull it together, Shroom. Here's what he's added to the blocked word list: duty streams, Catherine got fat, romance fat Catherine, shout out Argentina, and Hogan's to the blocked word list. There we go. Get fucked.
I want to know what else was on there.
Also, decided to do a compendium of the last weapons you used in Souls games.
Oh my god.
Nice. A compendium. Wow. All right. Pretty fun, man. Next up, this is funny. I haven't seen this yet, but it is funny. With me being a paid editor, does it have to be accounted for in taxes or such? I want to make sure you don't get in trouble for it. I remember the whole hassle with your previous accountant not knowing the laws in Seattle about having a business.
Okay, so
Yes,
a few
please.
things.
Yes.
A few things.
No, I'm just reading
Allow
the
me to
next
explain.
one. I just like that the next one starts off with,
a
a few things, and then it's just
Yeah,
going to be
it is a few
lot.
things.
First, you are not a paid editor. We don't have a contract or agreement in place, so you are not my employee. If you were, then yes, there would be some issues. But me just sending you some PayPal cash from time to time doesn't put me at risk. But I will continue to say you are a volunteer, and therefore no idiots will try to say otherwise with the local government. Okay, then you okay, everyone does this, by the way, but the fact of the matter is you are supposed to declare that if you are paying someone for your business. So just saying you're a volunteer and lying doesn't really work. That does count as low-scale tax fraud, but everyone's doing that.
It's Darkside
but,
Phil. He got away with tax fraud that was much worse the first time. He got away with bankruptcy fraud. This shit is just... he's above this. Come on.
Listen,
He's the king.
I applaud it. If you can get away with tax fraud and bankruptcy fraud, more power to you. We hate the IRS. That's my stance. Many people disagree.
Okay. Second, not sure if you noticed, but the GTA test video got demonetized the moment you added. Ooh. What's that? That looks like a redacted thing. I did delete it, but those vids will all take 2 or 3 days. What was that? What do you think that could be?
It's actually pretty funny. He went through all these literal thousands of messages to redact stuff. So Darziak been putting in work over time.
Oh, that's true. Darziak won't actually be paid enough to reach the threshold. That's true, though. Yeah, that's true. Third, out of nowhere, without even any discussion, someone just bought me an Instalink webcam. It arrived, and so if this works with Cat's PC, I guess this is what I'll be using. No idea if it's any good. Someone did actually buy that one. There you go. Okay, well, unless he's lying to Darziak too, you never know. But okay, let's get to the Kino segment starting. Okay, so I was a little bit out of order here, but right here we have sign with buttons, blah blah blah, buttons. Okay, here we go. 371. Okay, what? 3371. Phil wants review text PC. But I think I got the wrong number there.
Correct?
Let me check.
Yeah, I think I got the wrong number.
Let's just do RTU. How many mentions of RTU are there? Oh, too many. Let's see.
Yeah, there are quite a few.
There's a lot.
Most of it is Darziak.
Let's go to right
he's been snitching
here. Maybe the last review tech mention is fortunately or fortunate. Not okay. Let's start with this. Not increasing. Oh, okay. No, so the next one's here, actually. Then RTU. Right. Okay, I was curious. Okay, hopefully an email in the coming days. Elgato. Okay, oh, God. So Darziak was the person that said these would be good, I'm guessing?
Yes. This is kind of juicy, so let me
I'm
just
go
find
back.
the
Find it. I want to
thing.
make sure we start at the right spot for this because it looks like we are missing something here. Let's see.
You can just go to the next one and I'll find it. It's nothing big. It's like, this is the one. This is
Okay.
it.
Okay, keep forgetting about.
Do you have review
Yeah,
tech
I want to go up
USA
more
image?
because the King's Arc is starting now. So let's see that. Okay, audio is good, perfect. Okay,
Try looking up Review Tech USA.
okay.
That's what it was called. Just got a peek of it.
Oh my God, there's 85 messages of Review Tech. Okay, no, there's not. Okay, Review Tech.
It's 3771.
3771. There you go. Got it. Okay. Hey, is there a way to get just Review Tech USA's face as a picture? I have a prop I'm going to use during our react to this doc tomorrow, and I wanted to print out his face and put it on it. It will be hilarious, but I don't have any graphic design skills, of course. He needed Darziak to get the image. The image for Review Tech was found by Darziak. That DSP couldn't even do that part. Here's several pictures. Perfect. Also, did your internet download manager update? Mine did the other day.
This cringe as fuck.
What the fuck? Asking about individual updates? All right, this is not good. I was going to download the Review Tech doc for Discord, and now I can't. They change their code behind the scenes all the time. Okay? No, I mean that I was going to get the doc ahead of time and use the local file to play off my PC via Discord. That way, we're not relying on YouTube if there's an issue. Now I have no idea how to download a video off because this is broke. What? You could look on Etsy for a crown because DSP is looking for a crown now. Appreciate it. There's a filter you can use. I'll update more tonight. Here's the June vid. Thanks. I'm just going to let Andy pilot the tech of the stream because I can't figure it out at all. Okay, there we go. And now the King Arc is officially started. Positive comments are drowning out negative ones on all my vids. I'm turning the comments back on, hopefully for good. Comments are back.
Oh, he's back.
But I'm regrets. I love the light. Yay! I love. Let me tell you, I love the lights in Andy's background, but not sure it would be feasible. Likely too distracting. But I love the light in Andy's background and in his eyes. All right, so there we go. We got
some context here,
please,
before the soundproofing panels. So Darziak proposed to buy Phil the soundproofing panels. So they've been discussing that, and eventually we're going to get to the point where they choose the one that we have currently.
Yeah.
So that is some context.
So I tried that NVIDIA stuff, okay, just talking about NVIDIA. Oh my God, the drivers, every single thing. He just ordered
everything,
it.
Dude.
God damn, dude.
Thousands of messages.
Here's how to put it up. Videos. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to this.
Oh, can you go back 3815? 3815 is
great.
great.
You got it. 3815. We get, as for the soundproofing, man, I want the Elgato because it just looks so stylish. I hope that doesn't make me sound greedy. I just know it will look better with the new camera, so that's what I want to go for. Is he buying it?
That doesn't make me sound greedy. Yes, Darziak bought him the soundproofing panels.
Dude,
the Elgato.
Darziak! What? Oh my God. Come on, dude.
I hope it doesn't make me sound greedy.
I want the Elgato. Give me the Elgato, please. Oh my God. Okay, there we go.
As we go through this, there's nothing in here that's like damning or like, like at the end of the day, it's a whole lot of nothing. And I love it though. This is like it's the kind of stuff I wanted out of the Mike Klum documentary, the day-to-day mundane, what does DSP do and talk about. And that's what I'm kind of getting through some of this.
That just reinforces everything that you already thought about DSP. It just confirms it in your mind. This image of this person is exactly what I was thinking it was.
I guess what it is worse is driving home is that DSP does nothing on his own, but it is just one person doing everything. Like you thought, in my mind at least, there's a few people back there, but it is just Darziak and Darziak alone, and that's why DSP.
That's another thing. that week he took off, and he's like, "Oh, people were saying I was deleting comments. No, I have moderators that moderate."
It's
And
just
it was one
Darziak.
guy. It was Darziak.
And as we saw earlier, he made up the whole team of moderators to conceal the fact that it was just Darziak, so you can be misled and not think about Darziak.
God. Jesus Christ.
This is thousands of messages of actual tech support.
This is personal tech support to the max. All right. Okay.
And at one point, Darziak proposes that they would just use TeamViewer, which is software that allows somebody to remotely access your computer so they can fix stuff or do something on it. But DSP thinks that's too much of a security threat.
Why? He's doing everything fucking else. Okay. Blah blah blah. Okay, so I went to look at this one here, 5-7. Okay, things are crazy, man. What if I told you I just talked to Mutahar and we both apologized and are cool? I have no idea what the fuck is going on right now.
So crazy.
Dented Matrix. What if I told you I just talked to Mutahar and we both apologize and are cool? Okay. What on earth is going on these last 2 weeks? My mind is scrambled. Has all the bad karma of 10 years finally reversed or something? I'm really at a loss.
Oh God, that's just.
This is remember, this is all the part of the snakening. So this is the beginning of the snakening. What amazing.
Well, I know it's just weird that he's saying this to Darziak.
This is all part of the snakening. Maybe he's snakening Darziak too. We don't know. It's tough to remember.
No, this is a motherfucker that needs a friend.
It's
which one?
To talk to.
Which one?
Who? Which one? Darziak's
come on, man.
It seems like it. Try to keep a positive outlook. Remaining in dread of a downfall because the upcoming June doc won't help, I feel. You are totally right. I need to keep my head screwed on right because I'm second guessing everything, and yet it keeps getting better, but I don't want to believe it. Soundproofing is arriving this afternoon between 1:30 and 5:30.
I don't know why, but this section
is so sad.
Section is making me uncomfortable.
Hey, buddy, my shipment's coming between 1:30 and 5:30. Whoa, cool. So before your second stream, right? You can stream putting it up. Found all the Suicide King stuff. It was all in a deceptively named folder. I'll start uploading at night. Sorry it turned into a hassle. My advice while on break is draw on paper 12 hexagons to help on deciding how to stack. No worries. I'm the one who picked it. It will go... Oh. What? Oh, sorry it turned into a hassle. DSP saying, don't worry about the hassle. I'm the one who picked that soundproofing foam, so don't worry about it. He then says it will go very smoothly now that I have the right screws and system in place. Dude, wait until you find the final product. It's so awesome. Thanks very much. Only bummers I forgot to upload Suicide Kings, whatever. This is when he set up the time lapse of that. Very good.
Yeah.
Oh, please oh no, this is the description of the video. Next up we have awesome speedrun montage. I'll definitely use it. Blah blah. Okay, let's move past this. We just got the soundproofing foam. Everything's going well. We're having a lot of fun. Next up, let's go to here. Still talking about the videos, all this shit. Let's go. Top 10 funniest moments. I ordered this and it's coming today. Last thing for stream improvements. I can now title every stream with it in the background. Whoa, cool. Pretty awesome. NVIDIA driver just came out for Black Wukong, sending the drivers. Oh my god. I got the Devoom working now. The Devoom is working. Blah blah blah. The poker chips works perfectly. Can't wait to see it in action. Might consider using mods for Stardew. Every single thing is him helping. All right, scrolling.
Hold on, can we get a little
please.
bit up? There was one with where Phil says this month. Maybe I missed this one. It was pretty good. A little bit up.
For a while. My original looked incredibly bad. Just, hey man,
Oh,
this
this
month
one.
has been nuts, as you know. I'm literally typing this here to remind myself to send you your ad revenue cut for DSP Throwback when I see it next because I got paid yesterday for July. Just sent you around this many bucks because you deserve it. So he did pay maybe a little bit more this time because of the update, the
nice guy.
increased revenue. And PayPal charged me a fee for it, so I think they're finally trying to start charging fees for everything. I don't think they have before today when I sent you payments in the past. All right, so it looks like
That
PayPal
fee's coming out of Darziak's cut.
Ooh, a 5% fee. What would a 5% fee that equals $5 mean he sent to Darziak, guys? Mathematicians out there. It's a 5% fee. So he got a hundo, boys. We got a hundo. There you go.
Baller
Good job,
alert.
Darziak. You're definitely worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. Okay, 4,000. Now, let's go to 4,000.
We have in between, by the way, we have people offering to give DSP to gift him an SSD, and then Darziak has to figure out which one. So and so. There's just a bunch of filler.
So people will offer to buy. Hey, I'll buy you a solid state drive, but then DSP's like, I don't know which one, and then Darziak does it, and then is that what you're saying?
Exactly. And this happens at multiple points,
God.
including the gaming PC that Phil currently has. Darziak helped him pick which one. But that's just a part of the tech support segment, so I cut this out of the bookmarks.
Yeah, Zitro
Another
said,
analogy.
Please.
It's like a married couple with their wedding registry. You know, he's the husband, Darziak's the wife. It's like, okay, we need this. You know, she's in charge of what goes in the house and what we need on the registry.
Darziak made the thumbnails for Chained Together. At this point, you can just assume he made all the thumbnails for everything, if you know, because that's what it was. DSP says, "Oh, nice." Is the King intro was sent by him as well. That was a Darziak special.
About
Yes.
the thumbnails.
Yep.
Around this part, before DSP started making his own thumbnails in the video editing software DaVinci Resolve, everything
Yes.
was made by Darziak. Pretty
Yes.
much every thumbnail.
Every single thumbnail was made by him. Now he's using a thicker border, but if you see this border, this is also a Darziak special here. Okay, so you just know that Darziak created it if it has that border. Zetro says, Shroom for Mayor of Chill. Happy birthday. That being said, big up, Zetro. Mayor of Chill, Shroom.
Ups, dude.
Larry Alpha says, DSP is such a piece of shit. YouTube gave him a platform where he can manipulate vulnerable people like this without ever needing to leave home. No consequences. There you go. That's what YouTube was going for, I guess. Derek, the word Derek was banned, added Derek Ip to the list of blocked words, so it can be easier to move on. Derek is now
this is
a
after
banned
the
word.
null stream, and Derek is now banned on all channels at that point.
Next, honestly, the June doc and the WWE Champions was disheartening to me. When you said you didn't have it on your phone anymore because of all the trouble it was doing, I took it as you being truthful. But in the Side Scrollers interview, you admitted that you still had it on your phone. I was crushed to hear you say that. Jude's made compelling evidence that you're throwing away money on this game while still asking for donations for upcoming bills over the past few years. I feel a loss of trust because I don't know who to believe anymore.
What do you mean?
He didn't redact that health thing, but I spent most of the day in bed exhausted, and today I'm feeling physically better but mentally tired of my problems and this June doc. One thing about the doc has my talk with June. I've remained anonymous on it, and I said I have autism, and I believe that you have some of it too. The reason I said that is because of your schedule and always sticking to it. You rarely go off course like when Destiny wanted to talk to you during gameplay. The fact your workaholic nature and trying to get the job done straight away is an aspect of autism. When things go awry, you get nervous and frustrated, which are similar to what I get. Unfortunately, detractors decide to take what I said as having autism is a bad thing and that all your fans are autistic. They've taken the minority and thrown it as the majority, which is BS. Then Darziak brings us up here and says, I want to admit I did a little mischief a few days ago. I went on YouTube and this channel called That Being Said, you've already brought us up before, Darziak, it's fine, was on my front page live. They were reacting to one of your old videos and I set it to private temporarily to fuck with them. They reacted to the rest of it later. I bring this up now because I saw that Duty tried to pull the same stunt when you reacted to his video yesterday, though you already finished reacting to it by the time he pulled the prank. I want to apologize for misusing my editor position, since the consequence is other detractors are likely going to do it now if you react to their videos. Nice one, Darziak. Good. So this is so incredible. I mean, this is the words of a manipulated person to the max. So he says here, he brings up what his problem is with DSP, right? How he's feeling. Every other following message now is saying, sorry, man. Sorry, I did this. Sorry. You know, I mean, that's just telling. That's what Darziak was feeling. And it's not.
Would you be surprised if I told you there's a lot more like that one first message about WWE champions?
Ooh.
There actually is. And it's very juicy. Now we're getting into the juicy shit.
Okay. It's all good. I don't care. If you didn't notice, it gave an incredibly epic moment on the podcast yesterday. Glad to hear you're feeling better. After that awful time you had a while back, I was genuinely concerned and it happened again. What about what Darziak brought up before? Guess we don't need to talk about that. Guess, yeah, we could just skip that one, I guess. DSP talks about selling the account. OP Boone has been MIA for a while. Fucking hell, dude. How can you continue to play that game that has caused so much trouble? Honestly, I think you dug yourself into a bigger hole. You put it to trust your word, but just admitted to lying. If you had sold it, then shouldn't the proof of it been on the site that it's available to buy? A site like this would show it for sale, right? DSP responds. Yeah, I noticed OP Boone's MIA again. I hope he's all right. He keeps saying this, I hope he's all right bullshit. I certainly didn't use that site because if there's a record of sale, there's a chance Scopely would ban the account. I did it through contacts I knew from factions in the game. So there are no traceable records, hopefully. And I do not play the game nearly as much or spend anywhere.
DarksydePhil.
Yes.
He would trust contacts he got from factions in a mobile fucking game. And he wouldn't trust anybody fucking else in the world. And he would spend, like, he would actually sell the account. He spent a literal over $100,000 in. Anybody believe in this? I don't even think Darziak is believing this.
It's, well, who knows about Darziak, you know, but
I think DSP's lying to him just because literally Darziak gave him like 8 paragraphs on why it bothered him, and he had an IBS flare up because of it. So maybe he doesn't want to cause him any more like flare ups. Doesn't want to cause him any more turmoil. So he's like, all right, man, I sold the account. Just trust me, you can't find it, but I did.
Like I said, anytime Darziak is slipping away, he needs to get reeled back in because he's doing a lot of work and a lot of stuff that Phil wouldn't do himself. And he is instrumental to this whole business.
DSP, famous, cured addict, saying, I do not play the game nearly as much or spend anywhere near as much as I used to. It's really a casual experience for me now. I have a couple more games I also play casually, and I jump between them frequently.
That'd make me nervous if I was Darziak to hear that. Wait, you had one, now you have more?
Let me translate it into a different addiction so you can see how it sounds there, okay? You ready? Okay. Yeah, I don't drink nearly as much as I used to. I don't spend as much as I used to either. For me now, drinking is just a casual experience, and I have a couple of drinks I go between, a couple of bars I go between every once in a while, but I'm not addicted anymore. I'm full control. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was really heavy on whiskey, but now I mix it up with a few different things, so it doesn't affect me as much. I'll throw vodka in there. I'll do some rum.
It's just a casual thing now. Okay.
And here we got the love bombing segment. Since Darziak been kind of on the fence about stuff, we need to reassure him and tell him how much we love him.
Oh my God! You know what though? Before you read it, oh my God. This is what DSP's talking about when he's like, I need to protect the people, my fans, and like all these like weird like emotional like rants you hear him go on the podcast.
Yep.
About,
Yeah.
oh, I know my actions affect other people when I go into drama and I do
Right.
this stuff.
Yep.
It's exactly this and Darziak and his health problems. Oh my
It's
God.
this dude, right? Yeah.
Man, I'm so sorry I've caused you so much stress recently. I
Oh, we
hope
need
you
the
know-
sad music for this
Okay,
one.
I'll
We
do
need to
violin
get
this time.
it across the people.
Man, I'm so sorry I caused you so much stress recently. I hope you know how much you helped me. And I know my actions have caused so many people pain and stress. I don't see the road ahead as an easy one. But I hope you'll be along for the ride. Darziak now. It's like I said in the June doc. It will hurt, and I'll be disappointed. But what wasn't shown was I said to him at the end of the day, I just watch you play games. Also, when I said over the years it was about $400, but what wasn't shown, I was referring to small tips and being a paid member. Honestly, I feel in a limbo, like this shit is going to go on for a while now before a level of normalcy returns. I do appreciate you checked up on me when I wasn't on, and your apology. On a different note, I just watched the video. Okay, there you go. On a different note, yep. What? On a different note.
So it's so weird the going back and forth, and he's like, at the end of the day, they left the shot of the June Jock. At the end of the day, I just watch you play games, motherfucker. Whatever they were just discussing there between each other is more than just watching a dude play games.
Oh God, yeah, we're just watching games. We have so crossed over just watching games level of a relationship here.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
And this is where the we thing comes in. This is what Phil tried to reinforce in that one message. The road ahead is going to be tough, and I hope you're going to be along with me on it. This is what works on the dance. This is what gets them engaged and what gets them supporting the we stuff. And that's why it gets brought up so much, because it actually fucking works. And it, of course, here we have a case study. This is your example, prime example.
Like, honestly, at this point, Darziak has made more thumbnails for DSP than Meerkat has made for all of That Being Said's history. And like, it's not, I know there's way more work that goes in ours, but like, really, guys, that's how much Darziak has done to this point. Thousands. I mean, it has to be thousands now. How many? Every single thing is the numbered ones for all the playthroughs and shit. It's incredible if you think about how much work he's doing.
There's more work that goes into yours because Darziak has more
Templates,
bullshit to work with, and he's just got to keep putting them on that conveyor belt and getting them out. Fuck it.
Yeah, I know, and that's true too. But okay, next we go to this one here. So we're getting to the end of the Kino bump here in the timeline. As you can see, Darziak is still helping with the Roland Bridgecast 1. There you can see what it looks like. See his voice transformer button there. See that he always pushes. That's what DSP is looking at, guys, in case you are wondering.
You see what he says here in that message right after that image.
The voice changing this one?
Yeah.
The voice changing feature is nice, but I don't think I'd use it for anything else. However, it's much smaller than the Scarlett I'm using now, so it might free up some space. And he said
he uses that shit every day now.
Yep.
When he has to say
voice
something, he's like,
changer,
no.
AI music, all that shit.
I don't think I use it very much. Next we have the 750 would do it. I thought like 2K. Would that have the same capture card, or would it need that separately? So this is about the new computer stuff, okay? DSP says now, this is when, I remember this very well because we covered this for the Kino Casino, the deep dive series we did. This is when Kino was on vacation. So he says, crap, sorry I didn't get the upload tonight. I will do so tomorrow. DSP then says, man, I hope when Kino Casino gets back, I can get that crowd back on the channel. They are mostly gone. So I'm pretty much back to where I started. It was looking like I could even make life changes, but now I'm going to be spending conservatively. I want to get that PC so bad, but I'm going to hold off to be safe. Contributions went from $400 a day to $100. All right.
Now,
there we
does
go.
Doesn't it feel like that's where we're at again?
Yes, it does.
Kind
That's
of
why,
like with him maybe contacting Kino Casino, and the contributions have been kind of that. There's a lot of trumpets playing lately.
Oh yeah,
Lot of trumpets,
definitely. That's why
lack of coppers.
last stream he did was the slowest stream of 2026.
That's
the
absolutely
Sorrow
right. Yeah,
stream.
that's why he's in on the Kino Casino and shit. You know that he needs it. He knows it. He needs to get some hype going again.
Well, and now with this too, I don't know if he's ever been more alone, which is like sad.
Yeah, no Dart. Now, yeah, who's there now? Right? Who is it? Well,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know who's left.
Who could it be? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
If any of those people in the mod Discord actually give a shit about him, not like this. I mean, this dude loves him.
Yeah. Drama-wise, there was excitement from Keemstar, Duty, Super Crazy, and Craig. There was LTG, but it didn't really go anywhere. Ethan Ralph was pretty much one-sided, as most people don't like him.
He's like boiling it down to like a whole little docket. Like, oh, here's all this. I'm waiting to see if he's like interested in any of it.
Nope.
Show me the Keemstar one.
Okay, so there's talk now about Revan has the server in place, but I'd have to buy the server boost to get it up to that standard. What standard?
Oh, they're talking about Discord. To
get the HD
server.
videos or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah, to boost the server.
Yeah, there's no free ways to do that at all. So I may work with him on that. He's like dead set to make it a public server, and I honestly don't think it's a good idea. But as a private server where I can do these interviews, it can serve a great purpose. Okay, so he wants to make this. I think it would get hit hard with the amount of trolling at the start, but it would settle down. Discord could have voice channels, blah blah blah. Oh my God, setting up endless Discord shit. And this one's interesting. So Darziak brings up, because people were talking about this on Twitter, and says, I know you don't use Twitch anymore, but detractors noticed you have Derek in the streamer suggestions. I would advise on removing that because you want to space away from that person as much as you can. And that was true. One of his recommended channels was Derek. All right. DSP says, I can't do anything on the mobile app, of course. The detractors can kiss my ass. All right.
Yeah, sure.
That'll handle it. He then says, disabled my
like
Twitch account. Watch the bugs take the bait. Okay.
Also, the detractors can kiss my ass is timestamped at 420, so that's pretty cool.
There you go.
Yeah, dude.
How is that us taking the bait? We noticed something and then you disabled your account. So I'm not sure how that's taking the bait.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Massive win
bait
for
is supposed
Phil.
to do there. It's just
okay.
I'm
We
pretty
took
sure
the bait,
people
buddy. Yep, we got it.
Yeah.
You're the one that had to disable your account based on the trolls noticing that you are following a known pedophile. But anyways, good job though. You got it. That's a W. Good job. Speedy DePalma says, Phil fans are a 5-way split between gooners, furries, incels, special needs, and failed YouTubers. Change my mind.
I'm not gonna try.
No comment. No comment here. I mean, no arguments here. Kid Willis says, you think Darziak got DSP to comb his hair and touch people? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
No.
Personally. Speedy DePalma says, edit, and also PDFs with questionable playlists. Yeah, say there you go. You're adding to it, but yes, Speedy. There you go. NW News says, DSP is mad he can't easily make $3,000 off of a $300 box of Pokemon cards he called an investment. He did not sell an account he invested $100K into. Correct.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
Correct.
No way.
He's not selling shit. He could hardly sell the statues. You think he's selling it that big an account that he still wants to play casually? If there's one thing you know about those fucking accounts, can you imagine like selling your 100,000 account or whatever and then starting again? Why? Why
Yeah,
would
no
you
chance.
ever
Yeah,
do
no
that?
shot.
What?
After like years, no.
You think it's harder to quit than do that? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? Wesley says,
I
bro,
think what's awesome is that he spent so much money on that account, and the detractors just ruined any enjoyment of that investment. So now anytime he thinks about it, he thinks about how he got completely exposed and how the detractors were right about everything, and how June the King showed the whole world what he was hiding, to the point where he himself had to admit it.
Yep. And even made even Darziak question things for a half a second. Wesley says, bro is suffering from battered dragon syndrome from some minor pigitis. I can't imagine treating or acting like this towards another adult. Me too. Moving on. Darziak says, Brian mentioned on his stream you were considering on having him on the podcast possibly in October. To be honest, I think it's going to end up making you look like an asshole. He's going to ask you things like, what does friend mean to you? And that's going to lead to Derek. Like he told you as a friend to get rid of him, but didn't, and your excuse of not wanting the trolls to win is going to make you look like a real shitty person on stream. From his perspective, you put keeping a good business with Kino over his friendship. He said you talked this out in private, but it's clear to me he wants to vent hard at you over this. Thanks, Darziak. In my opinion, the whole don't want the trolls to win is possibly the worst thing you could have said. The fact you said it again in the Tolomeo stream is really bad. At a certain point, you have to fact check a person when allegations such as pedophile goes on for years. Personally, I don't know if it's really true or not. June said in one of the interviews on other people's streams he couldn't find any source proof besides the screenshot of the YouTube playlist. DSP responds, yeah, I'm going to talk to Brian before I have him on, because after the Tolo interview, it's clear people, besides my detractors, are pretty tired of seeing me get shit on and apologizing for stuff. Tons of people saying in comments they wanted the Tolo interview to be fun, and instead it was no fun because he was so negative. Why? Because he didn't buy the bullshit? But okay. The Tolo interview somehow got twisted around to talking about which has been happening in each one more and more. Hopefully you could talk less about each other's interaction history and talk about their own life. Hey, just sent you the payment for the month. Sorry it took so long.
Here's some money. Shut up.
So, damn, dude, are you sure? Thanks so much. So this was an overpayment, it seems like. Again, we know the total, but we'll wait to get there. I'll show you the total.
Again, you notice Darziak slipping away. Okay, what do we do? Let's throw him some money. Throw him some money.
Money.
That's gonna get him to shut up.
Yeah. And he says, pretty much, sorry for doing it for you. Thanks so much. Here's an after and before, overexposed parts, whatever. And listen to this. This is very key. Yes, you do a ton for me, and I want to pay you more while I still can. He knows that the gravy train is ending here. With the Kino Casino bump, all right? So again, Darziak helping with so many things. I'm keeping you going. Dragon Age, you're going to want Dragon Age Keep. Oh my God, so much things. Blah, blah, blah. Also, he thinks, do you think your efforts are best put towards upgrading more playthroughs like the rest of the GTA trilogy, or instead helping out with clips and highlights from DSP Gaming? So we might finish DSP Throwback, but you still can do highlights for the thing. Then he says, I can do that. Basically what someone's doing for him now. He said he would do that at the time, all right? Again, Silent Hill, fucking plugins endlessly, all this stuff. We're gonna fast forward to this one. Okay, this right here. So DSP says, I can't use a lot of old art. It was made by people who later asked me not to because well, they became morons who watched detractor content. Case in point, that second slide there. I will eventually look for all the artwork, but it's not a priority right now because all of them become detractors. That's sad, huh? He can't even use old art because all the old fans have become detractors. That won't happen with Darziak, though, right? It won't. Things like Here we go. This is a case of DSP playing a character. Just want to remind you. But Darziak brings up some things that DSP said in his Mass Effect playthrough. I'll read it to you. Things like take your top off. And the worst one is traumatized woman. And you said you fucked her till she's unconscious. Those were funny jokes, though, for the kids. Well, as DSP would put it, the teenagers. Anyways, this is DSP's thing there. Moving forward positively here. Lightly mistook the 15-foot HDMI cables as 15 meters. I didn't know they were going to be that short. What sort of length with it? Oh, wait. Did he get sent HDMI cables that are too short? But anyways, this is proof that Darziak removed a lot of inappropriate comments, right? Like we already knew. We saw that many examples we played on that being said when this was happening. But Darziak was taking out all the inappropriate comments to make it, not even the actual playthrough. But anyways, 5,026. We get to blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Dude, I have absolutely no luck at all. My power goes out again tonight. Now my wireless router won't work to the with the 2.4G signal. Guess what it needs? Guess what needs it? Literally all of my lighting devices. I bought a Govee light strip, which is supposed to be compatible with Signal RGB. Well, it has to be able to detect it. I tried to install the Govee desktop app, but it doesn't open. It just sits there and does nothing. Shows as running in my apps tray, but never actually opens to do anything. Tried uninstalling and reinstalling, restarting, still won't work, and I can't find anything about it online. So I figured maybe Signal RGB would find if I had my desktop connected to the same network, but the PC gives me endless errors when I told it. Oh my God. I'm just going to show you.
Yes. Yeah!
Holy shit!
More!
Jesus Christ! Paragraphs upon paragraphs. Dude, I figured it out. I figured it all out, and it's awful. It's truly awful. 2 hours of messing around, and now it works, but it's not even stable. Oh my God.
I mean, no wonder he brags so much about his shitty ass RGB. It took him literal hours to figure out how to turn it on.
Outside of this madness? What? I guess he might really think he's busy if he spent 2 hours. Yeah.
There's a little detail I think is kind of funny.
Go ahead.
Let me see if this is here. No, it's not here. Okay.
What is it? You tell me what to search for. What does it search for? I'll find it.
Essentially, the different RGBs were linked to different IP addresses on his network or some shit, and he had to manually check each one to get it to work.
Oh, yeah,
and
I remember that.
He said it took him hours to do.
I remember that. He was talking about that on stream. Remember, he couldn't figure it out, so he was testing all the IP addresses.
Actual insanity.
No
wonder this guy is so fucking awesome.
Manually checking. Let me say 192. The cat. What's that one? 1.168. Okay, there we go. The podcast didn't process. We're still just fully working. The Whip 4 says, "Why would the WWE buyer follow Phil's streaming schedule? Why would a rando care?" Well, you have to suspend disbelief on many things if you believe he actually sold the account. And so it's just, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth going through the messages.
Why would The Undertaker be a dead man, but also be alive?
Yes.
Think about that. Doesn't make sense.
Interesting. Talking about codec for videos, blah, blah, blah. I got a new RGB strip that is top of the line. I'm not going to tell anyone, but it's fully programmable and has AI assistance. I'm not going to sync it with my PC. I'm just going to set it up and let it rip. It's that good.
Everybody, let's go.
It's that good. Whoa. Is that a top-of-the-line RGB strip? It's that good? Oh my God!
It's got colors you've never even fucking heard of, bro.
Yeah. What colors?
Why would he say I'm not gonna tell anyone? As if like, why keep this a secret?
It's too expensive.
He bought an RGB strip. Maybe it is expensive.
What's the most expensive like RGB strip possible? Like how high do they fucking go? You know? But oh my God.
I don't know, but that one's got AI assistance.
It's AI assistance, dude.
What would it even help you with? Like changing the colors?
Well, I think he's talked about it now since like he's talked about it. He's like, I can just put whatever I want into, I could say, give me a lightning storm and it'll simulate a lightning storm. Because he does it all the time. He's like, oh, it's supposed to be Pac-Man. See how it's like there's Pac-Man. He's chasing the dot. and it's just flashing lights.
Oh. And
Yo,
it's AI
guys.
assisted. I can't believe it. It's so advanced.
Guys, you want to hear the review? It's insane. And the AI is actually good. Plus, it's ultra customizable with scenes. Best part, I won't be syncing it with Signal RGB, so it can't desync and make me angry during a stream. Signal
Did
RGB.
Darziak actually respond to this, or is this like a flipping of the table? No, yeah, he didn't respond.
Yeah, they fuck
He
off,
said
dude.
nothing.
I don't give a shit about this. I think even Darziak is cringed
he
out by
pulled
the
the
RGB.
We're talking about
yeah.
VSync.
VSync, okay. Oh my god. Oops, I meant VSync, not ray tracing. The Noel thing is a basket. Maybe use a sheet of paper in a basket then. I think the shape of the reindeer kind of distorts being able to read the text. Okay, don't try to think of what that actually might be. Okay, next up we have this next thing. Okay, so get this. Get this, guys. Get this. Dig this. After
this is
a
the one.
week of working behind the scenes, I have my entire office synced with RGB devices. But to do it, I had to use a fan-made plugin for Signal RGB. Despite there being an original official Govee plugin built into the program, it only properly works with low-end products. The high-end stuff refuses to work with Dreamwave, the proprietary code to make their RGB products work well. So this guy coded from the ground up, made it so you manually tag the IP addresses of your strips on your network and hard force them to work with it. And it works. But I had to guess the number of LEDs per product, which took hours of trial and error. Error?
Oh, that's so good.
Hours? Okay, hold that one up again, Kat. Yeah, I'm guessing 67. Oh, shit. Didn't work. What do you think, Kat? All right, 72. That's what it took? But once they do, and it takes a complete random amount of time to get them to sync, sometimes instant and sometimes 30 minutes. But once they do, the room looks insanely cool.
Bro,
Awesome, man.
Now I'm thinking all the times this dude said everybody was jealous of his life. This
Yes.
got like 1,000,000% better. All those segments aged so well. I'm so jealous of this dude sitting there trying to figure out his RGBs and
You have
the
to-
IP addresses. Hours on end.
Manually trying to guess. Like, you could go on Amazon and see how many was on that thing. Why would you ever have to manually guess? All right, anyways. DSP now, we're into January 28th of 2025 now, okay, guys? So this will be post-Kino, obviously, very far. But we're not to Asmongold yet. Darziak said, DSP says, if I haven't sent your monthly payment yet, because I had to unexpectedly spend a lot this month and it came out of my PayPal tips. A huge amount of my income this month is from Kick, so I'm going to send both you and Triple P. Oh, no, we're still at the tail end of the Kino arc, excuse me. Your payments once Kick pays me on the 1st and 2nd, and then I have to transfer funds from my bank to PayPal to send payments, which takes a day or two. Sorry for the delay. I'm at the mercy of how people contribute, and that's hugely Kick this month. All right?
Oh, by the way,
You get
this
paid
is
when I
around
get
the
paid,
time.
bitch.
This is around the time where Smart Guys 2.0 happens, and DSP, of course, needed some assets for that.
Okay,
And,
yes,
you
of
remember
course.
that layout with DSP and Ashton with the title belt?
Uh-huh.
Well, Darziak made this, but he didn't know who Ashton was, and he accidentally put Andy first, and then DSP was like, well, you actually got it mixed up. Can you do this again?
Oh, my God. Oh, I kind
I
of got to
didn't put
see
this
that.
one,
Oh,
but
okay,
I
it's
felt
okay.
it was worth a mention. And also, you don't get to see the image, so yeah.
Okay, it's not that fun, but there you go. Okay.
I do
top
remember
10
seeing that because didn't he also say like took me a while too?
I didn't touch anything with Smart Guy stuff. Okay, so we're definitely in the Smart Guys arc now. Let's move to this one now. So we're about the time where we're gonna get Cat is fat, I'm guessing, but we might have some more fun here. Here we go. Okay, DSP says, so I got some awful news today. My mom is on her last legs health-wise, and docs think she has a year to live tops. To make matters worse, in the USA, they are making it so we all have to get upgraded ID cards to fly anywhere starting May 7th, and it looks like it could take months to over a year to get it because there's a massive backlog. Our government is shit, so I may have to rush a trip back home sometime in April or never get to see my mom again. I'm wondering if I could find a way to run an ongoing stream for when I'm gone of like greatest hits or maybe my best playthroughs of all time as a stream and get some people to help moderate it. So at least it's not a completely dead week. Okay, a lot of jokes just flashed in my mind, but I'm not going to say them. So at least it's not a completely dead week. Unless more ideas can be thought up, but I do not want to tell the public about this at all until after the trip is over to make sure no one can ruin it. Okay?
Notice, this is the part where you realize how close both of them are when Phil is telling Darziak things that nobody else knew.
Yes.
Like, I would assume none of the other mods knew this.
Well, you say that, but he told this to Triple P.
This is in a private chat.
He told it to Triple P as well. You know?
Well, he didn't say any details of the trip, which get mentioned in these DMs.
Oh, that's true. He did not say the details. He did say my mom's health doing poorly health-wise. That's true. And, well, he told more cat health as well. But there you go. So this does confirm that the week away was Health Coin. It does also prove a lot of people correct in saying that the upgraded ID card was a problem. Right? DSP had to go then. All those people that guessed that, you guys are all right. So a lot of what people were guessing was absolutely true in this moment. All right. Next up, Darziak does respond, say sorry to hear that. I know it has to be the hardest news. I tried looking for something I would randomly playlist. Can't do it. I would likely set up a big playlist myself manually. It really sucks about Kick. As you're right, there aren't many levels of mods, blah, blah, blah. Basically, people are trying to take the whole Mike Watson thing. He talks about DSP, whatever. Remember that? When Mike basically answered the confrontation part where you broke down he thinks you have autism. DSP responds with, I'm not taking any bait. DSP then says, is there any reason you were doing 1 hour vids on Skyrim? It's a bit tougher to title them because a lot goes on. For example, on part 3 is the epic ogre launching me into Spacebug, but also the first dragon hunt. And it's tough to fit that one into one title. But I also don't want to discourage you from making 1 hour parts if they make more sense.
It's almost endearing that DSP thinks anybody gives a rat's ass about the epic ogre moment of Skyrim playthrough from 15 years ago. It's so, like, pathetic, but also, like, if it wasn't DSP, it would be kind of cute.
How can I not put the ogre and the dragon death in this? People won't know. I mean, what are you, nuts? God, anyways.
Too many epic moments for 1 hour, but, you know.
Okay, so strangely, Lex happened at some point here, and she gets brought up in this manner. So one person on X is making death threats to that streamer, that dirty, nasty whore streamer. Detractors are planning on hounding you over it. Otherwise, they're going to say you defend that kind of thing, or else they'll say that's what DSP's community is. Man, these comments are so sickening. Got introduced to another streamer's community this past week while my stream was being featured. Most of it has been unfunny and unserious. However, my girlfriend and I just received death threats and hate crimes for no reason. DSP says...
Hate crimes? What?
Thanks.
Are there hate crimes because he hated them?
Thanks. Now I know what to ignore all this nonsense, and that's what he did. Funny how now DSP is flexing for $2, though, while squatting on stream means you were a slut. I remember that. Okay.
Slut.
Dumb shit. Fucking slut.
Okay. Slut. Okay. Darziak,
This is good.
Darziak says he has an idea. I feel like you should drop doing the daily wrap or stop recapping the day in the podcast. Recapping the day twice seems like a waste of time. It should just recap in the podcast and drop the daily wrap. That means you can finish work earlier. If you keep the daily wrap, then at least drop it from the podcast. Same goes for the weekly schedule. I think the post on YouTube and X is enough. I personally tune in when you have the news segment and the rest is just white noise because it's repetitive. If there is news, the podcast could run normally, but if there isn't, then the podcast should end early and have more gameplay. DSP responds by saying, I wouldn't feel pressured to respond to the person submitting stuff. It's not like you ever promised it would be used. And that is it. No message at all. Okay.
But this reminds me of the clips of Phil and Panda Lee. Anytime she would kind of diss him, he literally pretended like she doesn't exist and just moved on to the next thing.
Anyways, that's exactly what he does. And same thing he does in forums. If someone brings something else up, it's like, well, I'm out. Well, he said a good point. See ya. Okay, we have mods. I'm sure Triple P is going to talk about everything and more. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's see what this is about. Darziak says, I really hope you didn't tell Kino about the current state of health your mother is in. If Triple P is willing to talk about your rabbit, then I wouldn't put it past him to talk about your parents. So I want to know, there is 2 mentions of a rabbit. Okay, and the next one comes later. Okay, so we'll get there in a second. There we go. So I was thinking of changing the King intro so the text says something else, but I deleted the raw files. I say this because Andy said the King thing was a joke. Sadly, I don't have the resources to make a flashy King intro like something Maximilian has on the videos. Did DSP bring up
Andy?
Did DSP bring up Maximilian dude somewhere, like saying like, can I get an intro
not
like
that
him?
I know of.
Okay, because that's a pretty in-depth intro that like you have to actually pay someone to make. So, anyways, DSP says, "Fuck Andy. Of course it was a joke, but it's my thing to take back, and it's not going anywhere." Hey, so I think the entire Skyrim vid today has no audio. Sorry, man. Sorry, dude.
Fuck Andy, I'm the king. Hey,
yeah. Hey, by the way,
Skyrim.
got a question for you. Okay, moving on here. Again, trying to get him to do bios here. It's great because this fools people into thinking, what? What is this about?
I think it has something to do with the link that is not available underneath the previous post.
Heads up, they may be contacting people because you apparently broke HOA by having a rabbit. Just another way to find out what pets you have. DSP then says...
Yeah, this is this link.
Okay.
Oh, this is the one beneath. It's a Discord attachment. It's not available, so we don't get to see what it is.
Okay. We don't know what that is. Awesome, thanks. It's great.
I think this is about the King Snake stream. I think it lines up perfectly timeline-wise, and it also in the context of the DMs.
Okay. Dan says, I think you're playing a dangerous game saying about the personal stuff being lies. When you take the trip, then it's going to be clear when you're really going and used against you about lying more to your fan base. DSP says, I'm not going to announce the trip at all, so it's all good. Not sure when we're going yet. We are going to try to get the upgraded IDs next week. Darziak then says, for the first time ever, I'm going to have to hand in my resignation. It's become too stressful for me to keep doing this. I had a hard time sleeping last night. I've got stressful personal stuff happening, and tackling threatening messages towards my family is getting to me. This was after when was the snakening? Does anyone know the date on that?
This is like 2 days after it, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so DSP snakening.
I'm pretty sure this is like immediately after it. But I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
Level 666 podcast, I believe it's called, right?
I just feel like I remember seeing that DSP was like setting up those files on March 18th, but yes,
March 19th, 2025 was the snakening. So this happens the day after. The day after. Okay, so that was the snakening caused him to resign. Darziak resigns and says, hey, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I really am. What exactly is going on? What do they have, and what are they threatening? I'm catching up now in the main chat room. The thing is, these people they make these threats to get attention and feel powerful.
By the way,
yes,
not recognizing any fault. None of this even is getting addressed.
Oh my God!
Any of Darziak complaints.
I just saw the last sentence. I think a better strategy might be to ramp down how much you're doing for me. Don't quit outright. Let's just ramp it down, huh?
Also, something else in here right at the top. I'm catching up now in the main chat room. I'm guessing he's referring to the mod Discord.
Discord,
yeah, the Denton
Darziak's in too.
Yes.
If he really wanted to cause trouble, now I'm thinking he should have leaked the entire Discord.
Well, I'm sure Darziak seems like he would not leak that stuff when other people are involved. Just for
know,
those that
but-
don't know, Darziak didn't want to leak these because he felt it like disrespect DSP because DSP helped him. But
I know, but the last time
yeah.
that happened, we got, I'm too old to eat steak.
Yeah, I know.
But this is very telling that people in the main chat room were crashing out, and nobody was happy with the 666 stream.
Nope.
Massive win for the trolls, and it completely backfired on him.
For example, I think the throwback project is likely taking up most of your time and stress, so sadly, it's likely time to end it. It's not like the videos are getting much traction. Oh, so fuck that. Fuck that. There won't be a big visible change. Blah, blah. Right now, they have no idea what's going on outside of who actually moderates the chat rooms. I also need your tech advice from time to time. Oh my God, DSP's trying to save this bit. Oh my God, look how many messages. Oh my God, look. Don't go, Darziak. Don't leave me now. Stay. Don't leave me. Darziak, no. I need you.
He tried harder than with Panda Lee.
But if we could go back to more behind-the-scenes relationship we used to have, that would be ideal. You know what I'm saying?
Feel dirty.
Listen to this bullshit right here. If I just suddenly have no throwback vids, no thumbnails, and tech stuff starts thwarting me daily, this will likely be seen as a big win by these sociopaths and may lead to further escalation. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, Darziak. This will be a big detractor win. You ever think about that?
He's like, okay, you know what? Let's shut down DSP Throwback. Keep doing everything else for me. Shut down DSP Throwback, which was the one thing he was getting money for.
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah, fuck that. Let's
the
go
only
back to
thing
free.
he was getting money for from DSP was 50% or 40% because Darziak talked himself down. He talked himself down 10%, by the way. Yeah, I'm fine with 40. And now he's getting all of that taken away. But, hey, I know you got your mental health issues with all this. Let's take your money away, but keep doing these other things, please.
I'll still be here for any advice. I'm not going to completely disappear. Don't mod anymore. I feel like I've been overly invested in this whole thing and need to take a step back. DSP says,
Really?
I won't say anything for a bit. In fact, I might even wait until someone mentions there are no new vids for a while to say to suspend it indefinitely as a project. This way, there's no immediate attention on it. Darziak's not worried about your little bitchy project, dude. He's worried about himself, but okay. DSP says, I totally understand and I agree. You were doing thumbs, then tech stuff, modding, and throwback, and that's a ton daily. Out of all that, the only really essential thing daily are thumbnails.
Oh my God.
And those would have been the most immediate visible impact, which again is what they're going for. Whoever is harassing you will likely say, oh, I got the thumbnails guy, and may escalate because of it. And that's my concern. Literally everything else wouldn't have much of a visual impact at all. That's DSP's concern, is the thumbnails will go away.
Yeah, how it's going to affect him.
It
The guy
really
saying,
should've been-
I couldn't sleep at night because people were trolling.
Darziak, do you even understand how big of a win this is for the detractors if you quit because of mental health? Do you understand that, sir?
Dumb shit.
Do you forget about that, dumb piece of shit? The detractors are going to get a W for
slut.
this. There are just a ton of family issues happening too.
Yeah,
I feel like
don't read this.
Oh, okay.
Massive trauma dump.
Massive
This should
trauma
have been
dump.
redacted.
So basically, Darziak is really trying to say, listen, man, I can't do it anymore. What do I need to say? Okay? DSP says, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's a crazy amount of stress. You certainly don't need more because of me. Thanks for the thumbnails. Then Darziak, no message.
He actually said that, yeah.
Thanks for the thumbnails. Darziak then says, or DSP says, hey, no message from Darziak. DSP says,
This is
hey,
also
man.
just hours later, by the way. This isn't like
Hey, man.
another day. This is hours.
Hope things are well. Anyways, please let me know if you're 100% sure you will not be making thumbnails.
Dude, we got Assassin's Creed coming up.
We got Assassin's Creed Shadows on the way here, sir, and I need to figure out how to do it with DaVinci Resolve. If the answer is no, there are no hard feelings at all. I just want you to feel better. Darziak says, yeah, sure, I need to break off. Maybe I'll come back someday. Darziak then on the way out gives him the GIMP link and really helps him. I know this is extra work for you, but the plus side is the thumbnails will be up before the video is uploaded. DSP then tries to trauma dump again. I'm not even going to have time to try to learn new programs, so I'm likely going to try to do fast stuff in DaVinci and screen grab it, so they'll suck, but at least there'll be something, LOL. I already take way too long getting out of the office. I can't spend even more time trying to learn new apps and make great thumbnails. I'd pay someone else to do it, but it's likely absolutely nobody will be trustworthy right now. Oh, the Darziak, come back. I'll come back to it someday. I'll go under a different name. There just has to be time to separate them knowing it's me. No problem. Once I get a template set up for each game, it's really no problem. I've done it in the past. It's just having time. Right now, I'm just starting to eat breakfast. LOL. Whatever.
By the way, at this point, Darziak quit once. We still have a lot more to go.
Okay.
So DSP's appeal to sympathy perfectly worked, and it was incredibly effective.
Look, thanks. I trimmed at the stream start and end to cut out Ralph saying the F slur. Thanks, man.
Aw, man.
Really appreciate that. So there's
come
this
on, that was the
channel.
highlight.
Oh, PWR get some screen time here.
featured.
PWR featured. Same person who showed his cut-up wrist has been live streaming recently saying he's a big fan. Detractors have latched on, including Kino. I don't know if he's really a fan or it's just some LARP, as people say. It's very likely that it's going to be brought up tomorrow. And DSP says, I have no idea how any of that means. But if you're using my account, it's a bad idea. They're going to try to get me into trouble for anything the account says or does. And since I've legally owned it, they're technically right. I can't have my livelihood at risk because of some dumb shit. So please don't do that again.
Come on, wait. So hold on.
Oh my God!
So
look what Darziak did. Yeah. Hold on. Let me read that real quick. Okay, I didn't read that part. It's very likely that's going to get brought up tomorrow. So Darziak says, to combat this, I started fake drama by using your account in the chat. By doing this, it will hopefully be less about Kino and more about what I did. They wanted me to fuck up your channel by unbanning everyone and privating videos, which obviously I won't do. Easier for me to look like I've cut ties when there's proof of me doing it. So Darziak is trying to big
fake
brain,
breakup.
Yeah, fake your own death kind of situation, huh? Go ahead,
He
Jerome.
did it without DSP's permission too. He's asking for forgiveness instead of permission.
Oh my God. Sorry, I just regurgitated the typical DSP memes they use, like getting 220 viewers. Well, I guess didn't really matter. There's only a few people mentioned today, and I just ignored them.
Of course, he only thinks about anything that affects him directly.
CTC Jackie says, reminds me of the Air Raid Lord guy, but a tiny bit less gay. Hope Darziak took their relationship to the next level. I will remind you, though, Air Raid Lord is the guy that really went to DSP's condo. So I think Air Raid Lord still has Darziak beat. He really went there. And he got a free fight stick out of it, so he didn't return home empty-handed. Cat is Fat says, DSP shows like an e-girl trying hard to keep her editor from leaving by trauma dumping. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Detractors think I've cut ties with you, so I'm thinking of creating an alternative account to talk on you here on YouTube. I'll make a Discord one, so he made a new name. Okay? And I sent a friend request with the Duncan name, as you can see.
Hey, it's Duncan.
Duncan's here. We're getting our license upgrades. We're getting our license upgraded so we can freely fly whenever. They're supposed to arrive within 2 weeks. We're looking to do the trip sometime in June. There we go.
Now, I wanted to mention, I don't know if you guys saw, but he's saying that the name Duncan came from Dragon Age Origins as well and is not his name.
Okay, there you go.
Fair.
Well, that's fair enough.
And I guess that also explains the DAO Duncan on here. I'm still going to call him Duncan because it's fun.
Yeah, definitely. Why wouldn't you? Okay, next. So Darziak has a sock account now to try to... It looks like he's definitely back in work, though. That didn't take long. Look at this. He's already doing work again.
Oh, yeah, we're on board again.
Oh, God, that didn't take long. Okay, we got this. YouTubers. Someone had mentioned this in chat. Okay.
Yeah, because this, like, at that point, it's an actual personal relationship. It's not just like I'm doing freelance work for this guy. I'm personally invested in this guy's life and participating in it.
Oh, God.
So, of course, it's going to be hard for him to leave. Now, now it starts the modding saga. So now we got Minecraft mods, Grand Theft Auto mods. I think maybe even Dark Souls mods, and every single thing has been linked and very appropriately described. So even DarksydePhil can use it.
So Darziak just did an epic 10 message or so streak with no response. And then he says, "How is your family doing? Mine isn't doing too good." Well, I'm starting to see why both of these people don't have friends. I mean, sending out messages like this are get very annoying, you know? "How is your family doing? Mine sucks." Okay, I guess you want to
Mine kicks ass, bro. Sorry to hear it, but you know.
They're going band for band on the trauma dumping.
Yeah.
They're trying to outmatch each other.
"No, I've been slammed for time. I haven't really tried anything special out lately." Oh, the work. Okay, the computer stuff. "I'm sorry to hear about your family. My parents are ill and eagerly awaiting our visit. Because of all the drama and DM leaks, we purposely delayed the trip from this month until likely early summer. Things keep popping up that have prevented us from planning the specifics, but will likely start by the end of May. I do remind you, DSP said his mother was told by doctors to have less than a year to live. Doesn't seem to be much of a rush, though, but we'll get there."
As DSP would put it, last time to support you guys, last chance.
Yep,
if you like the fact that I'm your mother, please tip me.
He's got, I mean,
yeah.
He can't get out there soon enough. I mean, she could perish within a year, but we better delay the trip so PPP doesn't make fun of me.
Yeah, because of and that's fucking insane, dude. Because of drama and
Like, he
DM
says
leaks.
that.
Like, what's gonna fucking happen? Go visit your mom, dumb fuck. You slut.
You fucking slut. Shit.
What? So Duty released the recorded audio of the Switch 2 cancel call. "The evidence I hear is your name and being a Walmart customer of 22 years.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, this when Duty called to get his Switch 2 canceled and then DSP cried.
Okay, cool, thanks. GTA fun.
Yeah, these don't get a
Darziak.
response.
Okay. No, doesn't talk
I wish
about
there was
them.
a funny DSP reply
No.
to it, but it doesn't.
Okay, 195. We get to this. Okay. "I'm sorry, but the amount of... I'm sorry, but the amount of bitching you did on the marathon was too much for me to keep watching. When all I keep seeing is support, 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 complain, 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 then it's just a huge turn off." Why are you trying to be turned on during a marathon, man? All right. How could you
I thought
say...
you left, bro. What happened?
How could you
still
say
around?
I paid $60 for this game and not expect people to say you can refund it? It's not a reward when you're constantly asking for support during it. Okay, so things that a normal things that a person should be able to see after 2 minutes of watching DSP. Duncan has now realized it after literally 12 years. Okay, that's not an exaggeration. He's been talking to DSP now for, 11 years at this point. Okay. But okay, I know there's a years there where there was no contact, but he has been watching DSP now for 11 years. I think at this point you kind of know the deal, I would think. But okay, maybe you don't. It takes 11 years for some people.
And, okay, it takes 11 years for some people, unless you got 11 years of tens of thousands of videos pointing out exactly anytime this guy's been a piece of shit to anybody in his life.
Yes.
I think that makes a big difference.
Okay, so you saw this, right? How could people say it's not a reward when you constantly ask for support during it? Okay, so what's the response? "Sadly, the controller mod for Minecraft still doesn't work." Not a fucking word about the begging. Fuck off.
then-
I don't give a shit about
and
that.
then- Not sure what I'm doing wrong, and then no response. He gets no response, so you get no response. Never mind, figured it out.
Never mind, figured it out, dude.
But now look, it piqued Duncan's curiosity. Now he tricked him.
How did you figure it
How
out,
did you figure
King?
that out?
Ooh, how did you figure it out? No mention at all.
Didn't expect
Nice.
to learn something from DSP, did you, Duncan?
Jesus. All right.
Dumb shit.
And I'm
Don't
imagining
slut.
all these hours spent in the office of DSP clicking on an icon and then it doesn't work. And then he's like, "Oh my God, this is so fucking stupid. I wish that was streamed." Now I regret he didn't stream those. All those tech support
look at
segments.
this.
would've
Look at
been
him
so
there
good.
bragging. Got lots done today. Like he's like
Let me tell you
bragging
the-
to
okay,
him.
let me tell you
Look
the
at all the stuff I
list.
did without you.
Look, I got tons done today. Uploaded the slideshow art. Okay, so what that means is dragging an image into a folder. Installed the
Yep.
GTA font. So that is 5 clicks,
3
let's
clicks.
say. Yeah, okay, 3, yeah. Installed,
Double click on the icon of the font and then 1 click on install font.
installed Distant Horizons and got it working. Okay, so that's
fuck is
another
Distant
5
Horizons?
clicks. Plus installed skins that a fan made. Whoo, big day. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, the ones for Minecraft where it initially had his bald spot.
How
Yeah,
do you
he had a bald
recover?
spot in it. This
Dude.
got brought up in the DMs too.
Oh, really? Man, take it easy, man.
Darziak is like, yo, man, would you like it for this to have your bald spot in it, or should I fix it?
Keep it in. Whoa, busy day, dude. Take it easy. All right, debloat Windows getting sent. If Windows fail to load, Jesus Christ, the streaks of
Again,
Darziak.
BIOS updates.
Look at
BIOS
these.
update saga has been going on for like 4 years at this point.
Look at the purple. The purple's all Duncan. The blue is DSP. So much purple. So much purple. Okay. Oh my God. Endless. I'm looking for right here. We get a little trip update. We're still going. Okay. Well, the trip is being planned. Oh, in fact, I'm talking to my parents today about it. Early summertime for just a few days. I'm not sure how viable the stream would be or if it's needed, but I'm not going to publicly announce the trip at all. Just say I'm unable to stream for personal reasons once I'm already there. That way nobody can mess with the travel aspect. Duncan
What the
says,
fuck are they gonna do?
We're gonna bomb the plane. Maybe I would personally.
I think
if
he
I
got
knew.
this. Triple P said when they were talking about the Hogan thing, he said like, we won't tell anybody we're going so that no one will mess with anything, and maybe DSP thinks he needs to take those precautions as well, I'm guessing. But anyways, Duncan says, in that case, you might make a post about a stomach bug or something while you're away. And then DSP does not respond to
Trying to
that
help
at
him
all.
lie.
Yeah, say it's a stomach bag. That's fine. So he doesn't go yet. There's no going.
He's
They're just
tech
talking about
support.
mod
He's-
shit. Yeah, it's just mod shit.
He's not in the fucking writer's room, dude. Get him out of here.
This is the shit when the next day DSP would say, oh, I did so much work to get these mods to work. If you like how I have mods, please support. When it's just DSP, Darziak, didn't support.
Yeah.
Guys, if you like how I did this. Okay, so hey, just to give you an update, nobody knows this. My trip to Connecticut is next week. I have the upcoming week of streams ending with the July 4th marathon. Then I'm telling everyone I'm taking that 5-6 off to recover, but I'm really traveling to Connecticut during that time. On Sunday night, I'll announce that I can't stream because of something unexpected that came up, and I'll keep saying that. I'll be back as soon as I can, but I don't know when. I actually plan on returning on Friday, July 11th, for the Tony Hawk premiere. That's more important than mommy. Since I'm not saying a word to anyone about it, there's zero chance anyone can mess with our trip plans or know where we are.
he's such a fucking retard, man.
So I
And
guess
this
yeah, go
kind of
ahead.
a self-fulfilling prophecy when you act so shady about everything, and it makes people speculate even more, and therefore you have to act so shady about everything, and
Well,
it never ends. It's the cycle.
This part's bad, but I would argue it even gets worse after this too, because this is him like laying out the plan and like the scheming and getting ready for it. He's like, oh my God, it's going to go so well.
Yeah, if you can imagine,
no
we
one's
are-
gonna know a thing.
You might
And
not
ironically,
believe me.
everybody
Yeah,
knew everything. We
Everyone knew
instantly-
everything.
Yes, the most common theory was, okay, DSP went to Connecticut, parents
Yep.
are dying.
Instantly
There you
known.
go. And we did a stream that week talking about the common theories, and that was the most common one. Of course, there was a bunch of other ones, but the most common one, as in with all these DMs, the most common conspiracy theory is the true one, or at least the speculation is the true one.
What I'm really interested in is how when it gets brought up about a certain honeymoon that DSP would love to do, right? And DSP definitely has enough money to do. He likes to tell us all the time about that. But the main reason that he can't take Catherine to a honeymoon to Japan, it was to Japan as recently as 7 months ago, but I know now she doesn't care about Japan. But, you can come up with your own conclusions there. But the only reason he couldn't do it was because Jasper would go insane. So I just got to wonder, what happened to Jasper during this week? How did you figure that out?
Oh, he went by himself. You'll see this later. Spoiler.
He went. That's a spoiler for me. He went by himself?
Yeah, he went by himself.
That's a spoiler. How dare you?
Just a little bit.
How dare you? Spoiler warning. Okay, it's fine. Let's go. Okay. We're getting there. If you can believe, you're not going to believe me, but we are towards the end of it. Okay. We are at the end of it. We're all getting towards the ending here. Thanks for letting me know. It's sad that you have to keep this going.
Towards the ending, meaning 6,400 out of 7,600.
Yes.
So, relatively.
Yeah. I see Chu is typing something feverishly. I can just see the title. It says divorce request. Okay, we'll figure that out later. Let's keep moving. Thanks for letting me know. It's sad that you have to keep this quiet because of insane people. I hope this goes as well as they can be considering the circumstances. The only thing that can be done while you're away is your idea of the super playthroughs, whatever. Maybe this Halloween. Who cares? Whatever. Okay. Just random shit. Nightbot would catch the more aggressive posts. They were talking about doing something over the week, but obviously that did not happen. They did not end up using that. Okay.
Oh yeah, like a 24-hour stream for.
Yeah. That obviously was too much work. Okay, so let's go.
DSP saying he's like, oh, like before all that, he's like, oh, I'll just make a huge playlist of stuff to play. For a week, a giant playlist to play for a week.
Yeah, that would take a long ass time.
Better than that.
Okay, so then DSP says the disenchanting table and other mods are dependent on Moolah, whatever. It's all good. I don't think anyone has been caring that we didn't update to the latest versions. DSP then says, incredibly glad I said nothing. Because all my flights were canceled today, leaving me stranded for an extra day. Was going to return Friday, but now it looks like Saturday. Okay, who cares?
Oh, so the travel plans were interfered with, and detractors had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, incredible. Interesting.
Or maybe they did.
Or
maybe Duty called the airline and was like, cancel the flight that Phil Burnell is on, and then they did.
For record-keeping purposes, I want to show you the tweet. All due to unforeseen circumstances, I am unable to stream today. I have no estimate for when I'll be able to stream again, so please stay tuned for updates. I do hope to return as soon as possible, so stay tuned, and thanks for understanding. Oh, and I like to see, top cuck response from RGT85. I'm gonna be sick. We need the king. Oh, you're so cool, man. RGT85. Definitely cool dude. All right, go ahead, Shroom. Sorry.
I did go back and I watched the streams that were sandwiched on top of this, like the end of Indivestance Day and then the beginning of that podcast where he came back in sunglasses. Yeah. And I gotta say, dude, I couldn't tell. When he signed off for Indivestance Day, it was just like anything else. I'll see you guys. I'm not here tomorrow. I'm not here the next day. I return on Sunday. It was scary, dude. He's good at lying.
Yeah, he's so great.
I don't know.
That's why I figured it all immediately.
So this is when Duncan is sharing what Duty leaks DSP's USPS orders. Then DSP says, looks like Duty has a UPS employee sending him info, which is, of course, highly illegal. There's no evidence I went to see my parents in a picture of a Samsonite box. Yeah.
But
see,
you did
so
go
excited
see your parents, though.
But
he's really excited. Just like, there's no evidence. Nobody could know. This is not evidence.
Yeah, but you really went. So,
by the way, he had the same excuse for the Lummox thing that we watched earlier.
Yeah, interesting.
You have no evidence that Lummox is my editor.
So I changed the email and password on my UPS account just in case he was accessing that. Otherwise, it's an employee giving out the info. Okay. Have you had any weird cancellations? It's good that you have Kat
this
to
is
support
Darziak getting
this.
him deeper into the paranoia. This is so good.
A deflection you can do. Oh, I like the deflection ideas. Cool. A deflection you can do if someone asks about the box is saying that arrives at your house without telling gets sent to the bin. Oh, he does use that. Anything that gets sent to his house, he says, gets thrown away. One user said Duty sent that package to your house, so it's a good leverage to use. Cool. Really, nobody had any clue what was going on, so it worked perfectly, except for everyone. Also, yeah, I don't see the stream option, so I guess my channel is screwed. They sent me the notice about it, but I still don't have it, so I don't know what they screwed up. I don't know what that is. There's the banana. Okay, Donkey Kong 64 time, yeah. Okay. He talks about the banana song. Okay, moving forward more here. Let's get to...
Well, he says it could be the banana song, and he says, yeah, that's a great idea, even though we don't know what the banana song is.
Oh, let me get...
And we don't know the denim meme.
Excuse me, give me a minute, guys. I want to get Darziak's Death Stranding 2 tips, because I'm playing the game. Recycle or store most of the weapons you're carrying, unless you're going through heavy tournament or boss that don't need that many weapons. The game tells you if heavy combat is coming up. The Mazer is probably the best pistol in the game. It one-shots most human enemies and stuns mechs, plus it's silent. While sneaking through an enemy base, it's better to use the Mazer and take out the ones in towers with ladders. The ladder makes no noise, no matter how slow you go. Now that you have the blood boomerang, you can sneak up on BTs and cut their cord or insta-kill. How much hand-holding do you fucking need, dude?
This
Jesus
also was a thing in the
Christ.
first game, the sneaking up on the BTs.
Yeah, you could also do that, man. I know. I haven't got to play as much as I like. But okay, here we go. 6638. Let's see this one. It sounds like Darziak's about to get a little bit more. Can you bring nail clippers to your audience? While cutting the dead air in the podcast, you must have chewed on your finger at least 5 times. Clearing your throat is unavoidable due to your condition. But people having to watch you munch on your finger is not a great look, especially because you can have nail clipper nearby to cut any hangnails.
Ghosted.
Ghost.
No
Awesome.
response.
Adding it now. Oh my god, all the Devoom shit is from him?
Yeah. Everything.
All the Devooms.
Everything.
Yep.
The Devooms. I thought DSP at least was doing the Devooms. Damn.
Well, he is now. That's why they look like shit.
Yeah.
There's ones that just straight up look like ass. It's just like actual video game art that's not set to be on the boom, so it looks like all pixelated.
That's a good rule of thumb. If something looks like ass, DSP did it.
Geez, did he seriously do that to you? Like it's assault. That's what Super Dojo is bringing up. And what happened there is the true story of Jaha, who said they were on like some kind of, let's say, a theater or something, and there was a downhill slope, and they gave out the 300 shields, cardboard versions of the 300 shields as a promotion. During some Evo or something. And Jaha grabbed the shield and said, "This is Sparta," and then hit DSP in the back with the shield. And that caused him to tumble a bit. Right?
Whoa.
It wasn't like commercial,
He's
a cartoon where he rolls down the whole thing, but he did fall down and do a little tumble. DSP then says, "I don't remember, but it's probably true. So it's true then, huh? That's not something you forget. That's not something you forget then, huh? Okay, so I don't remember, but it's probably true. Whatever." These are the same guys that knew Mr. Wizard was a pedophile, made fun of him, bullying him about it for ages, but never did anything about it. You as well, sir. You are in the group.
Yeah.
If you blame them for that, you're a part of that group you're making fun of, sir.
And
But-
also Derek. I mean, come on.
Yes,
That
but-
was a topic earlier on.
You were in the group and also knew about it, you said? So I'm interested in how you're calling out other people for that. I think Jaha can't seem to get enough of watching you. I took a look at his replies, and almost all of them are talking about you. He's an obsessed loser, and always was. Nobody liked him. He was terrible at Street Fighter, but constantly bullied everyone to feel good about himself. And he never grew up. Looks like he's the exact same person now. Yeah.
Who does that sound like?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, who does it sound like? 4K IMAX projection. Shout out Jaha.
Duncan tells DSP about Gemini, and that's how we got the Wings interviews DSP thumbnail from Duncan on that one.
Oh, man, that's
yeah.
coming up. Holy shit,
Yes.
that's so good.
I'm using that AI art to make a thumbnail for the podcast and setting up early so people can prepare. Oh, you better get prepared. That's a Wings interview. Come on. All right, next we have I spent over an hour last night with Grok. No dice. It's awful. Grok, I spent an hour with you. He has spent so
That
many
sounds
hours.
gay as hell. I spent an
know.
hour with Grok.
It sounds like Grok couldn't get him off or something.
It would take. It would.
was
It's
awful,
by the way,
man.
it's November of 2025 right now. It would take me 10 plus attempts just to get it to put Asmon's face on a fighter. Then it refused to ever put my face on a fighter, no matter what I tried.
Because you're trash.
Personally, I think you should adopt having 2 monitors in front of you that replaces the laptop, far away monitor, and TV. Haha, he would end up doing that, Duncan. Good job. DSP agrees and said that's the next logical step for my setup. New chair, desk, and monitors. Pretty cool. All right, so DSP, we spent an hour on that one. Let's go forward now to this.
This is the best one.
All right. So I'm just going to scroll up
it's
a
the
little
one
bit
I'm
here.
thinking
This
of.
is during the Asmon thing, as you might expect. So Asmon and DSP, everything's going well. DSP, Duncan says, I'll leave it to you to title
by
it,
the
make it
way-
public. Yep.
As you can see, a bunch of videos Darziak made never saw the light of day. If you
Yes.
click on the link, it got 0 views.
Yes. So there is videos. Yeah. So Darziak would kind of put them on his channel sometimes, or put them on DSP's channel unlisted, and there'd be no views at all. DSP just did not use them. So a lot of wasted work for Darziak as well in here.
Are they just edited style highlight videos?
Sometimes, yes.
From what I saw, sometimes it's ideas that like they didn't. It's kind of like you could tell it's not fully done yet, but like this could be a video.
Yeah.
What do you think? That kind of stuff. Face Invader in the house says, is DSP trying to slot his mother's death and visiting her into his sacred schedule? That's truly messed up. Mom, today is my day off. Drop everything to visit her, dude. Exactly. If your mom is dying in a year,
Yeah.
that's, I mean, any normal reaction is I'm going now, right? Because like it can happen at any time.
Yep.
And if you have any feeling of like, I don't want to miss out on when that time may be, you go right away. But you know, we're not dealing with a person like that.
Yeah. It's not like a game release when it's going to release at the fall. It could be like next week.
I want to know though, Meerkat,
know?
before we get to this one, I do want to. Where do we know that it's him? He went by himself. Have we seen that yet? Because I kind of want to find that personally.
Well, I think it's that part when he said he was stranded at the airport.
But that doesn't
not
mean he's
the
stranded
airport,
without.
but like stayed away.
That doesn't
Yeah.
mean he's stranded
I
without.
just
Go ahead,
I
Meerkat.
don't think that
Cat
Cat was ever in the picture in the trip. I think it was just him. Because Cat,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like health stuff and Jasper stuff, I just figured out of like logical conclusion that he went by himself. It just made the most sense.
Okay.
Well,
Fair enough,
I
fair
still
enough.
have that working theory of Cat being in the hospital bed in the living room.
That's fine. Fair enough. All right, here we go. Darziak says, come on, man. I'm going through this effort and helping you, and you haven't even read half of my replies.
He says that now after all these fucking years, by the way. These
And quitting
years of
once.
getting left on red.
He already quit once, and he's still on board.
Yeah. Oh, I
Eat
read
it.
it.
Eat it.
I appreciate it, but I'm not sure it would do well because most people have now seen it. My side hasn't got more than 2K views today, and everyone is watching his side. So making this public won't have an impact. I'll be using your advice with the monitors for sure. Darziak again sends 1,000 messages. Thanks. I'll definitely use this info. Man, what I really right now is an actual editor to make highlight clips from the long gameplay streams. I want to do it, but don't have time. This is what the new viewers are asking for. Shorter, digestible highlights. So I have to think about how to do it. Duncan says
God.
the issue with that is it would be part full-time work. To watch all your content and make clips is a
full-time
lot.
work.
One thing I
It's
haven't
like it's like when you're a boy and you like a girl and the girl is like, man, I really wish I could find a nice guy, and she's sitting right next to you. That's him with the editor. He's like, I wish I could find someone to edit my videos.
Dude, yes. And this actually, there was a little bit of a sneak diss. We have a link to that right at the start of this. That was the straw that broke the camel's back when DSP sneak dissed Darziak.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
what made him do it. Yep.
Which
Yep.
I still don't think. I mean, I don't think DSP did that intentionally, but I think obviously it did hurt Darziak. He did take offense to it,
Uh-huh.
and and I don't think DSP thought about how that would affect Darziak, and I don't think he's ever really thought about what he's doing and how he's treating Darziak this whole time. So
I don't think so either. I don't think he gives two fucks about that. So yeah,
I don't think he can read the room like
Yes.
that. But this is like two autistic dudes talking to each other, and all that it matters is where on the spectrum each one of them are. So at this point, we've seen Darziak is way towards the right-hand side, and DSP is maybe a little bit more towards the left-hand side. So it's really hard for either of them to read the room, but it's kind of ironic that Darziak has been consistently giving him good advice about what makes Phil look really bad. And then DSP just no-sells it and completely ignores it.
Ignores that. All the real advice gets ignored. So this is, like you said, DSP is trying to see, hey, Darziak, might you want to edit shit? And Darziak says, I have chronic fatigue syndrome, can't do it. I can remove dead air from podcasts. So that was always Darziak, removing the dead air from the podcast. Remember, I said, like, maybe DSP could do that. But nope, it wasn't him. It was Darziak removing that right there. So then that DSP knows he can't use him for editing. Get some ideas for some speakers there. No subs at all for me. Don't need it, honestly. The best gaming monitor is over 1,000 on sale. Pretty cool. Let's go for when the next thing is a hand cart message. Let's see. Someone wants you to get you to complain about this. Just real dumb way to get attention. This is thanks for the heads up on the stupid anvil. I have to use my hand cart to get that into the garage. This is when DSP released. Remember, this is when the he showed his screen. Okay, this is how we got the hand cart from DSP, because DSP showed the screen and this was on the screen. That's how we knew that. So that's all real. We confirmed that is the real. Also, that's a good way to confirm that these DMs are real because we saw them in both places. But anyways, here we go. Moving on. Let's go.
Also, the Kino Casino DMs, if you couldn't figure it out by now, completely real, 100% truthful.
Oh, yes. Obviously, all that stuff that he said as part of his snake eating is not a snake eating at all. DSP said, well, I accidentally showed our Discord chat. You may have to get a new account now. Totally my fault. A dumb slip up on my podcast. Nah, it's fine. Nothing personal was shown. I'm guessing Discord window was left on after Asmon talk. Scratch that. They saw my other username in one of the pictures I shared you. Sucks ass. Complete mistake. Had no idea. I'm really sorry about today.
And
Tonight
again,
went bad too.
Damage control.
Oh my God, listen. Tonight went bad too. Couldn't figure out the monitor arms and they don't appear to fit in my ultra wide at all. And I couldn't figure out the height adjustments. I'm heading back into the office in a bit to try to figure this out. Kat was not happy that I was in there so damn late.
In a bunch of dashes? What is this? What the fuck?
I don't
What
know.
are the dashes for?
Not sure. Okay, so there we go. Back to this account. Sorry, man. Horrible day. Just got out of the office. Maybe this got all the bad shit out of one go. So this would be, I believe these are my time, 3:39, which is Eastern time. So for DSP, this would mean getting out of the office at 1:39 his time, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I also don't understand the switching from the Duncan account to the Darziak account. Like, I don't understand why.
I don't know.
I just don't get. You know, I know they're messaging on Discord. I don't understand how.
Okay. How does that help? I don't know. There you go. So it's 12:39 a.m. DSP time. He got out of his office then. Okay. The stand is fine. Blah blah blah. Okay. Did you go through the Google document and see if you can get the tool to claim monetization from people? I filled it out and sent it in yesterday. Can you think of anything else helpful?
By the way,
go ahead.
No follow-up on any of that claiming stuff.
No. Except he couldn't do it. That's all he knew. He just knew he couldn't do it. Like last year, I want to order a bunch of stuff before the end of 25 for tax purposes. Ooh! I think I might have everything now, but I'm likely wrong or forgetting something. So he does want to order things for tax purposes before the end of 2025. That led to a big spending spree. There you go. So that's when he got
this was right before,
the bridge cast
right on like Black Friday, right?
The XLR Bridgecast. Oh, I guess with what I could go back to XLR, whichever one claims is better, add effects to the mic, be able to adjust game audio on the fly, and it claims to have access to royalty-free music too. So this is the this is the Bridgecast start. Okay. All right. Moving forward though now, let's go to this one here. Okay.
Look at that guy.
So this is, I don't know what he's showing. Oh, just showing game ideas. Half sword, just game ideas here.
DSP didn't care, and we don't either.
Oh, and of course he sends him an Asmon clip of the game.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Yeah, of course, best
that
friend.
That doesn't convince you.
Darziak complains and says, I don't like this thing you keep doing with why the viewer's gone, I'm not allowed a break. You can't seriously expect people to sit around waiting for you to come back, especially when you say to go for a walk with your wife. That just says to me, you don't value the viewer's time. Like, it's so weird to come up with this conclusion now.
True.
Like, I mean, he's been doing this for years, right? But yeah, okay. I mean, now
but
you
he
got
is like Darziak, and of course, I said I have no sympathy for him. But he's so emotionally invested. He tends to only look at the positive sides of DSP, even though there's so few of them. But still,
going to the toilet or to eat is a need, but walking with your wife isn't. I don't want to be rude, but that's how people will see it. Okay.
Bruh.
Thanks.
no sold, by the way. No reply.
Nothing.
So at least we did get any update on that walk being mandatory, or at least doctors prescribed, which is still my theory on that one. The walk thing is too weird to just be a normal walk, guys. I mean, that's just my stake on that. So the DSP says, yeah, I saw that on other vids, had to figure out how to do it. Super easy. Here's how to do it. He said, hey, man, haven't heard from you in a while, so hope everything is well. Got some major changes to the schedule now that Routine and Megabonk are done with. No rush on making new art for it, but I realize I haven't talked to you for a few days when I want to make the schedule today. I'm fine. I'm deeply invested in playing Enshrouded with a friend. So he's playing Enshrouded.
DSP doesn't care.
He had a friend.
Phil doesn't care about any of this. He only responds to the thumbnails.
Think you got time for friends, dumb shit? All right, so now fast forwarding more into the future here. This is when DSP talked to Sir Wings in the phone call.
Now wait.
This is juicy.
Did we we just went past the Tainted Grail stuff though, right?
Yes, we did. What do you want to say about Tainted Grail?
If we're not going to revisit it, it's fine. I just wanted to make a point in there that DSP does say that he's like, I'm pretty sure the game's failing and they just have endless copies of these and they just decided to give me one.
Yes, exactly. That's what he said.
Even he was self-aware of that whole situation. I just wanted to point that out.
Even though people seem to kind of like the game.
Yeah, it could be all right. I'm sure it was for some people.
Yeah.
Let me see. So, Tainted Grail. I'm currently playing Tainted Grail, says Duncan. No, DSP doesn't really talk about it that much. Let's go down. First was Tainted Grail. Tainted Grail. DSP brings up, Darziak brings up Tainted Grail a lot. Thanks for the art. Thanks for the tips for Tainted Grail. He doesn't really say much about it. Thanks for the info and updated game lineup. Thanks for all this info. Oh, wow. He's just like, oh, I'm lost and confused too. I don't think anyone knows about this game and it did poorly, which is why they sent it to me in the first place.
Did bad, I do bad. You know, they don't give a fuck.
No one
Bottom
likes it.
feeder, Burnell.
No one cares. Okay, 7430. That was the I haven't heard from you in a while. Let's go to this. So 7.
That's why he's so mad that people got Forza copies early. That's the kind of game DSP gets early. Everybody else gets Forza.
Yeah, I think I think it's you told me, Shroom, that Tevin got a review copy.
Yes.
I think maybe that pissed him off.
Yeah, Tevin did get a review copy, and I don't know whether DSP is aware of it or not, but I know for a fact that Tevin having a review copy of Forza, one way or another, affected DSP not playing it. Whether DSP is aware of it or not, or if it's just a universe butterfly effect sort of thing, somehow Tevin having Forza.
Yeah. I wonder if Tevin is playing with a wheel.
Tevin's probably playing with some like fucking crazy controller that he found.
So this
the pedal and the stick shift and the whole thing.
So, January 11th of 2026, I'll read this message in full for no reason. So here's an extremely random situation. Ever since October, I've been talking with Lummox, the Wings detractor, mostly about wings, but also about games and YouTube. He's now made me an offer to make daily clips for me, breaking them out of the podcast or pre-stream hangouts, making thumbnails, and editing them to make them digestible. All right.
He made the offer.
I also don't believe that, though. Do you?
I don't either.
Yeah, because DSP...
I actually kind of do.
You do? Go ahead.
I think
Yeah.
DSP made an offer, Lummox declined it, and counter-offered.
That's also possible.
I don't even think that. I think because they were talking... Remember, he said to Darziak before, like, hey, I kind of need a real editor now. I think he would bring it up like that. You're an editor, huh? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his edits get a lot of views, like we mentioned earlier.
Just for the record, this is when I made the prediction. April 6th, I said my only evidence was this, my friends. And I said, this is clearly a positive video about Philip in some way, or he would not even consider promoting it, considering his last public exchange with Lummox. Okay? That's all I said, because this tweet right here from DSP is extremely out of pocket. It is not in his nature to do this. Why would the
Especially tagging him in the post.
Exactly. He has never, ever, ever randomly just shared links with someone, right? So that was my theory. Then it was proved. There's a lot more.
No one listened to you because you did it on DSP's birthday. It was swept under the rug, like that thing that happened during 9/11 that no one talks about.
And then just for the follow-up here, so you know, this is how we had, the DMs prove this all, so this is not news to you. But on April 10th, I said, on April 10th, 4 days after this message went out, DSP released, it broke him. DSP quits Street Fighter 6 in epic crash out. I said the following. DSP is now officially uploading troll videos about himself on his own channel. This was not edited by him. Remember that Lummox shout out earlier this last week? Well, we know what that's about now, because he's been talking to Lummox for months at this point, okay? So that's all I'm saying. That's very clear now. Yeah. It was that all along, okay? And I want to be... I'm not saying like anything's negative about... I wasn't trying to like call out Lummox or anything by that, because some people think I'm like trying to call him out. All I did is say I think that Lummox and DSP are working together, right? I mean, that's just all I said.
Put all the pieces together. Yes. That's all you did.
And everyone was going to find this out anyway today anyway. So let's be real, you know?
But that would make Lummox a literal grifter, because he's editing videos freelance for a lolcow while he's A-logging another lolcow, making fun of him and essentially shitting on him. So that would make him, that is literally a grifter.
Now everyone else has to come with their own conclusions, but I was just saying this was going to come out today no matter what I said. Just want to be clear on that. I just knew it a long time ago because DSP's not sharing a video for no fucking reason, right? And he definitely was.
I never knew. I mean, no one ever actually knew. Well, after you put it like that, yeah, it all does make sense. But I still was under the impression, I was like, it's probably Darziak. Now, initially, when you see like the first video that came out, it was very Lummox-like. I feel like I can't tell if it was intentional or not to like let go of some of his editing traits that he would use in Wings videos on the DSP videos, or if he just was like, fuck it, I'm just going to get a little bit lazy now, who cares?
Yeah. And then when we knew it even more before the leaks, actually, because DSP was asked about it last week, and he was like, apparently he's in the hospital. We played it today, 5 hours ago, or whatever.
Yeah, well, he does
so apparently I'm in Japan right now, because I said so.
He sit there and he does that like over talking when he's like trying to talk through a lie, instead of just, like you said, he can't just say Lummox is not my editor.
Yeah,
he knows that's not true.
And he walked around that question as far as he fucking could. But Face Invader says DSP in these DMs somehow uses both actual cult leader manipulation tactics and e-girl manipulation tactics. DSP is in the middle of that Venn diagram. But with e-girl manipulation tactics, there's always the option of you hold out hope. I've never done this or fell into this trap, but isn't the e-girl allure is that eventually in your mind you think you might get with them someday? Again, I've never thought this myself.
Yeah, well,
I send emails out just for the fun of it to random e-girls, but I think the allure is at some point you could get with them. Darziak, what is he hoping to get at the end of the tunnel, right?
I think he's hoping that the DSP gaming channel is going to take off again. He's going to see a massive bump, and DSP is going to be like, you know what? Now that I have so much freaking money, dude, I can actually pay you to be like a full-time editor no matter what. You can quit your job.
No, I
you can
think
come live here.
I think
I
think you're overthinking. I think it's just he needs a friend. I think personally,
Yeah,
I think it's just a friend.
he wants to be a part of the cause because DSP always presents himself as the underdog. He's the guy fighting against the world, against the unlimited number of detractors. And Darziak just wanted to be a soldier by his side. He wanted to be the right-hand man that would bust a nut on May the 1st, and they would both celebrate.
Yeah, well, I tend to agree with you too. With the, and I think ALT, you said it before too. With like the these people like that are genuine fans of DSP. They're always into it for like they get something out of it. They want to feel important. They want to feel like they're doing something. They're helping a guy. I mean, it's obviously emotional manipulation, but it's the same reason they go crawling back after stuff like this happens is they'll go to detractor channels. They'll go to other chats. They don't get the same attention that they got from DSP, and then they go crawling back to him anyway.
I mean, it's a normal human thing to want to be wanted or want to be useful.
Oh,
right?
sure.
So if you're not getting that from anywhere else, and DSP is like telling you just enough to make you feel like that, I guess you can get trapped in that if you have no other friends or anything. And like Darziak said, he's having health issues. He's always in the hospital and stuff, and it might not be easy go at him to find friends and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know the deal, but I'm just guessing. So you could see why you get wrapped up in it, but at the end of the day, DSP is using this dude for all his fucking worth, and we know how much he gets paid overall, and it's ridiculous for all the years.
Years. Well, years, and I mean the entire creative direction of everything visually with DSP gaming outside of DSP himself. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some fucking links in here where he's like, man, hey, I found some cool shirts for you to wear. I wouldn't be surprised if he was doing like a fucking wardrobe at this point.
Yeah. I set up your Costco pickup, so you just got to go there at 3 p.m. Hey, I know. I got called.
Easy day off.
PetSmart has pre-ordered the nuts you guys like so much. The healthy ones, they've sorted them, so they've taken all the bad ones out. Do not worry. Like it says, personal assistant. That's what I think. It's like a personal assistant, man.
Yeah.
All right, but so this is the idea because Darziak says it's quite a gamble as someone you watched and get a feeling of, but also as a detractor at the end of the day. He says. DSP says. So the idea is thus: he needs no control at all over DSP gaming. He pulls stuff just like he does from Wings, but then uploads it to DDP Throwback. Oh, DDP Throwback. That's a cool channel.
DDP Throwback, yeah.
I'm in. I'll subscribe to DDP Throwback. Which is still partnered and monetized. He wanted a monthly pay, but I told him if we did it, I give him 50-50 split of whatever to his channel makes, since V would be mostly him doing all the work. But I'd again have to rebrand the channel to DSP Clips or something. So there we go.
Dude, this 50-50 split is such a fucking scam because DSP knows this shit's gonna get no views.
Exactly.
And he knows he's gonna pay him peanuts.
So we don't
knows
know
this.
We want them to get. I don't imagine we're gonna get Lummox's take on this side of things. But so Lummox did the smart thing and said, I want monthly pay, right? Because I want this no matter how many fucking views your dumbass gets. But DSP said no to that. I'm not doing any money out of my pocket. Darziak says DSP Clips would be a safer bet. DSP then says, I honestly do not think it would work, much like with Throwback. I think I don't have a big enough positive audience to make a difference. Darziak says, well, every little bit helps. Difference now is also now possible to link DSP Gaming to Throwback on every video visibly. And DSP says, I just don't see it making any impact when there are 10 plus guys flipping and stealing from me live very day. Only my fans will check out DSP Clips, and that's a very small number. Only my fans will check out. That's far.
Here he admits that the 50-50 split is a scam.
Yes. fans or randoms won't need to subscribe. Anyways, that's interesting. I think another person would have to approve the collab, though. I could obviously approve one of my own channels, whatever. Thank you. Still helping like he always has. Still helping like he always has. Blah, blah,
and
blah,
here we're
blah,
going to
blah.
get into the juicy shit with the
All
wings
right.
call.
Here we go. So, here's going. Oh, wow, really? Blah, blah, blah. What stream ends? Wings call starts at 4550. Let's get there now. I need to jump
I just
around.
saw one right before that, though. I can see where the lip smacking jokes come from. Was what Darziak was saying to DSP.
Okay, hold on. Some have said they can hear your lips smacking, but I have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh,
I don't hear any of that. I know you're talking about stuff. I can see where the lip smacking jokes come from. Darziak, how'd you change opinion so fast, bitch? Look. In 2024, DSP Darziak says, some have said they hear your lips smacking, but I have no idea what they're talking about. Now we fast forward in time to January of 2026, and Darziak, all of a sudden, much braver now, says, I can see where the lip smacking jokes come from. Since your mic is closer to your mouth, now it seems to pick up a small noise most times you begin to say something. He then shares Hollow Knight overlays. DSP says, oh, nice! Can't wait to look at those! God damn it. Come on, man. All right, next. Darziak says, just saw that you were talking to Wings last night. Based on that, have you thought about starting and ending streams an hour earlier so you can go to sleep earlier? The fact Cat woke up during the call is going to present trolls with DarksydePhil. No friends comments... DarksydePhil, no friends, comments now. It's one thing for you not to care what that insane person creating a dozen accounts. You know they're going to bring it up and fans will see it and form opinions about it. Personally, I think it's a bit respectful that your wife is trying to sleep and you decided to call and talk to someone. It's worse because it wasn't personal family, but business related. How will DSP respond? He says... Oh, I had no intention of talking to Wings in a voice chat. He called me totally off guard. My wife wears noise-blocking earplugs at night because our neighbors are super loud in the morning and wake her up. Hence, I'm able to watch stuff at night. But my talking was louder than that and woke her up. So we've agreed I won't do that again since it disturbed her. Bullshit. All this bullshit.
Bullshit, by the way.
All bullshit. Those noise-canceling headphones are for his snoring, by the way. That's what they're for.
Exactly.
All right. Though I get the feeling people will try to egg on Wings to call you again at night. Nah, I just won't accept the call. We were chatting in his chat after a troll tried to get him into trouble when he was AFK. It was pretty messed up. But now, how will my troll say Cat left me when she was right next to me in bed? Mystery solved. Mystery solved. In bed, boys. No worries.
Remember when he saw he was in the office? He tiptoed into the office under the darkness of night to secretly talk to his boyfriend. No, he was in bed.
Yes.
I thought he was in the office, man. I'm fucking felted.
Well, the narrative now will be the narrative now will be alcoholic because I saw people saying your words were slurring. Though, given you're in bed and tired, I would be slurring my words too. DSP said, it was like 1:30 a.m. and it took me totally off guard. It definitely got better after like 10 minutes. Regardless, I don't give a shit what they say, so I'm always in the wrong no matter what I do. How did it come out of nowhere? You were in chat for like 45 minutes before you even got to the call with Wings. You paid $50 on the super chat.
Yeah, he paid $50 for the call.
You just randomly sent $50 and you weren't even awake?
And I'm pretty sure he was buzzed. I mean, he may have not been drunk, but he had a buzz.
He didn't talk about the drinking at all, which makes me think it was kind of real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. I just don't recommend half asleep sending $50 super chats. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but all right, whatever. So Darziak says, so I'm the one who added it comes in denim because that's what I hear. Detractors and trolls never made it that besides turning the song into a meme. I think you're wrong. Check and look what subtitles added. Okay.
You see, so the detractors, the whole thing about comes in fucking denim was never a thing. Darziak made it up. DSP went along with it.
Yep. Oh yeah,
And here I have a feature, by the way. That's me.
There you go, Squeeze Banana
linked
making
my
an appearance.
song.
Darziak's rocking it.
You're in
DSP
the
says,
den files.
no worries at all, man. They all said this for years before you make the clip. Oh yeah, Meerkat's name does appear in the dent files. That's true. How many times is your name in the dent files? Meerkat, how many times? Okay, moving on. My name's Zero, so well. That being said, is here, so I'm fucked too. I think Shroom, you're
Mine's
safe.
1.
And Shroom is there.
Oh yes,
He was
okay.
there in
Never
one of the
mind. You're in
Twitter
there
posts.
too. Get him in there. This is phase 1, by the way. We're looking
Even
for
worse.
more.
Even worse, mine was a Twitter post that Darziak shared where I was arguing against a detractor point, so it looks like I was defending DSP.
No.
Oh no,
Okay.
it's over for you. You're canceled now.
It's all right. I hear DSP needs another new editor now.
Darziak says, Asmongold's reaction to today's podcast says, doesn't go deep because he just moves on to other things right away. DSP says, might check it out later. I haven't watched any stuff he said at all recently. This is, of course, after that. Darziak, after the Asmon bump, let's say. Darziak says, not sure you see the irony that you hate the restreamers and clippers, but it doesn't benefit you, but you proceed to do the same thing you hate by watching an LTG detractor video, which doesn't benefit LTG. As you might expect, there's no response from DSP on this one at all. Okay?
Deafening silence.
So DSP is scared of the Nintendo because they're going to hit with an emulation lawsuit. Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
He's going to be with Miyamoto's going to be after him. Okay, then we have, let's go to 7587. I disabled comments on the Funny Moments playlist since the videos are only there for you to play for stream and not public. He says that's why detractors are now saying that, FYI, they notice everything. I mean, they do notice everything.
They notice everything.
They do. They want to make it a big deal because of your reaction to it the other day. By the way, video was always unlisted, so I don't know why they think it was public to begin with. Look at this. Holy fuck. All right. So since it was brought up, I remember a detractor posted about how you were getting less views or less money in January compared to previous Januaries. I checked myself, and Social Blade gives lower stats than actual numbers. Besides, Januaries can't be compared. Okay. So he's telling DSP how to cope with facts. Okay.
I mean, his views are
Interesting.
down, man. Come on. It's not
know.
hard to tell.
I mean, yes, okay, you got us there. Okay. That was the glass short. The glass is pretty fragile. Remember that one? That was a Darziak special. And we have to be getting close to the end now, you'd think, because we're getting close to real time now. So let's see. 7649. We got to be getting there down to the nitty gritty now, you'd think. So let's see. Not there, not there, not there, not there, not there, not there, not there. Here we go. So this is where the ending is, if you can believe it. I'm going to show it to you this way. So Darziak says, I've got to say, the podcast you did was really irritating. What was the point of antagonizing your audience? You straight up insulted people who, in your words, don't like to think. That was when he was insulting people about the games that people weren't supporting enough, such as Dragon Quest. He then says, you can't force people to like games and play, and attacking them isn't going to win you any favors. He then says, I don't like either game, but that doesn't mean I'm simple-minded. After all, I like Baldur's Gate 3, Command & Conquer, Final Fantasy 8, and 10. So he does like Final
simple-minded.
Those are thinking man's games.
Wait, you like Final Fantasy 10? Holy shit, dude. You can handle that? God, what a god. You like Final Fantasy 10? Holy shit. Shout out Lulu enjoyers. All right, but that is, if you can imagine, that is the last message, was right there. The final message to be sent was Final Fantasy 8 and 10, and that's it.
I mean,
That's
for now,
it.
listen, he already quit and came back before. Who's not,
Yes, but that is the end of the Darziak I do have to show that Darziak's income was leaked, and this was it. So in total, throughout the years, Darziak, at the very least, was at like a 4-year full-time employee, let's say. He made 1,184 pounds. It's up to you if you want to believe him or not, but that is what he is saying, okay? I did want to also bring
there's
this up.
also
Yeah, go ahead, please.
a little bit more lore underneath his final Twitter post about blocking Phil and some other stuff, and
Okay,
having
let me
romantic feelings for Phil.
No.
No, he didn't. He said he didn't.
He said he did not.
He said
Okay.
he didn't. Oh.
He said he did not. Okay, so this is the one. This is the leak. So I'm assuming it's in these responses. This is obviously a hot.
And this is we can play this clip, by the way. This was the straw that broke the Darziak dragon's
Actually
back.
having an for me.
Yeah, so this was what led to, because Darziak was done with DSP for a bit. That was confirmed, and he wasn't doing stuff for DSP. As you know, you saw the thumbnails and stuff, right? Changed that DSP dented way. That was all because Darziak really was gone. Okay, guys. But Darziak was not going to release the DMs. He said that, and why wasn't he going to release the DMs? Because he felt like it was betraying DSP in some way, right? To release that shit. Well,
when I remember him saying like he didn't want it to, he didn't want it to impact his ability to get work as an editor for other people. I think, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that back then.
DSP decided to be stupid and say the following about all the work that Darziak did for that little amount of money. This is what led to Darziak leaking the DMs.
Actually having an editor who knows what they're doing a good job putting out highlights and different kinds of videos for me. I'm not putting up with it anymore.
So that's
actually having an editor who knows what they're
doing. So now
doing.
he actually has an editor that knows what they are doing, insinuating that Darziak did not know what he was doing.
Such fucking scorned lover comment, man. I actually have a real editor now that pleases me in all the editing ways that I need it to be pleased in.
That's what everyone that works with DSP, you're going to get that treatment. It's just when it's going to happen, okay? I promise you that for any stupid mole that's in here right now. Every single person DSP interacts with at some point becomes the biggest enemy of his life for some reason, no matter what you do. By the way, it doesn't matter what you do. You could do the greatest crime of working for DSP like a slave for 4 years, and you still get treated like that, no matter what. It always happens, whether you be friends or not friends. So that's it. Nibbity in the house. Yeah, go ahead, Shroom. You go.
Oh, I was gonna say it might not be tomorrow. Like DSP could ignore all this tomorrow, but eventually at some point, yeah, it'll come out, and you'll get some sort of hatred towards Darziak. It might not be tomorrow. He could try to ignore it, but eventually it could be as small as like, oh yeah, you remember that editor I used to have?
Yeah.
Not Lummox, the other guy who lost his mind. It could be something like that years down the road.
He went crazy. Yeah. Like he's some insane person now. Yeah, he's now some in the loony bin or something, by the way. But yeah. Cream Pie says, geez, you boys are still going. Chew will be angry. It's okay. I'll buy something nice. Nibbity says, had this on the background through my day, and I'm just realizing how many hours it's been. Keep up the incredible work, boys. Happy birthday. That being said, happy belated birthday, everyone else, especially ALT. Thank you, sir. It is my belated birthday. Okay. So a few things from this little lore, added lore, addendums here. Duncan was the profile pulled from Dragon Age Origins. There was the money amount. Here's the real kicker. I blocked him on Discord after the Crimson Desert insult. Again, that was what we saw at the end there. Remember him saying, like, calling your viewers stupid? Also, my last messages was ignored for days before I blocked him. So there was no further messages from DSP after that. Darziak says, I had no romantical feelings for Phil. The only thing I thought we had was friendship, but clearly it was only one way. A real friend would have attempted to reach me by other means. Darziak then says, I did overwork myself and became too involved in his business. I see that now. I tried to help him improve as a person, but failed. I'm a charitable person. I've helped other friends streams for free, going years, and it's why I did the same for Phil. Darziak then says, despite what it looks like, I do chat with friends and play games with them. It's just that it was mainly daily with Phil because of the business. There you go.
Yeah, that's some great business. Well, I guess
it
was all in good intentions, but Darziak, you're a retard.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself and eat it.
I'll say this. I hope Darziak now is, after this is over, everyone needs different learning, let's say, impetuses to get them to learn something. And sometimes you need a big wake-up call, and maybe this will be his wake-up call. I hope it is your wake-up call. You know what I'm saying? Because we all need different shit to teach us different things. And some people need to be treated like shit for 4 years, and then maybe that's the case. Maybe that's going to be what happens here. Okay, who knows though? Who knows? But that will obviously do it for this show. I will not be streaming tonight. I will not be streaming tomorrow. We'll see you on WPIG on Monday. But Meerkat, what do you have to say? Any final words for the beautiful people out there?
I have no words. I have said everything I had to say. Thanks, everybody. This is the longest thing we've ever done on this channel. Thank you for being along for the ride, not just for this, but for 4 years of this. I hope you like it, because we like it. We're going to keep doing it. Big up Shroom Dukem for being a soldier and soldiering on with us side by side.
Yeah, man.
Much like the Darziak to our DSP, you are along for the ride, and you helped us, and you did everything you could.
Shroom, could you send me this?
No romantic feelings.
Shroom,
maybe platonic.
Shroom, it's been a few days. I'm waiting for those thumbnails. Get on that, please.
I sent you the RTU applause clip. Wasn't that enough?
No. I need help with my drivers as well. Hurry the shit up. Come on.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. Anyways.
No, you're unironically going to have to go to Cerulean. That's who I go to. I'll give you that.
You guys
that's my Darziak.
You guys going to update your bios after the stream? You want to do a bios updating party?
I got 2
that
days
shit.
off. Yeah. Might
Hell
put together a fucking... a Bowflex, and then
ooh, yeah. Tomorrow could be hype. We won't be showing any show for us, but Sunday could be interesting because it's going to be the day after the Bowflex setup. Did he get it? Set up?
Yeah. Even with like, if DSP ignores all the Darziak stuff, I just hope he bitches about setting up that equipment. But,
could be fun. But anyways, let's get out of here. You're all fucking legends. Thanks for hanging out. Biggest show ever. Best show ever. Let us know in the comments what you think. What did Darziak do right? What did Darziak do wrong?
Who do you think's more cucked?
Yeah, you won't believe. What was your favorite of the countdown? What else can you say here? There's a lot of different shit you can say.
Maybe it was the cucks we found along the way. That was all that it was about.
All right, leave a comment below, please. Anyways, we're trying to get to 100 comments. All right, bye. I'm talking too much. Bye. I'm going crazy. Bye.